Blades Ramble are proudly supported by our main channel sponsor, My Business Group, a group of brands designed to support owners, leaders and managers in business. If you're looking to grow your business, contact mybusinessgroup.co.uk today for more information or follow the link in the description below. This watch along is sponsored by Match Bingo, combining football and bingo into one brilliant app. Come and play along with us and get results in real time against real players by using our link in the description. Deposit £10 to get £30 worth of bets, but please do gamble responsibly. Thank you to Match Bingo for supporting the Blades Ramble.
Blades fans, subscribe to Blades Ramble. Up the Blades.
What is happening, Blades, and welcome back to the Blades Ramble. I am, of course, Jimmy, and this is your watch along for Middlesbrough versus Sheffield United. And we're on slightly early because I were ready for it, and the game's already started coverage. And there's a little elephant in the room that I want to address. So thank you to everybody that's joined us today. I don't really know how to start. I haven't even thought I'm going to talk about it. But I put a tweet out yesterday letting people know that what I had heard, and that is all I do on this channel, and it is all I do. I mean, I've since been accused of making things up for clicks and stuff like that, but it's absolutely ludicrous to think. But I put a tweet out yesterday, for those that aren't aware, that said, from what I am hearing, the people that I talked to close to the club that have been very good previously, they didn't get it wrong with Wilder sacking. They didn't get it wrong when we got photos of the new signings at the training ground. There's loads of things that we have got right here. And I'm not saying this is wrong either, but I put a tweet out saying that Gus Hamer was rumoured to be in talks with Leeds. I specified at the top, disclaimer, I am not ITK, don't claim to be. But what I'm hearing from people that I trust, and people have no reason these people have no reason to feed me false information, nor have I got reason to feed you false information, because if I did that, it's counterproductive in the long run, isn't it? Because I'll become one of these Twitter accounts that's a Man U fan, and then I'm a Sheffield United fan, and I end up just posting random stuff just for clicks. And that is never the way we've done things. I've always been honest with you guys, and I've anything that I've put out there is because I truly believe it to be right. Again, not claiming to be in the know. Gus Hamer, from what I know and what I've been told, and this is, again, same sort of ballpark that we're in, as Gus is happy at the club. We've said this all summer. Know that this is the case, but there are personal circumstances going on with Gus, which we're not going to talk about. His agent has been working to try, as many agents are doing, has been working to try and get deals done elsewhere or explore the other options. There are other players in our squad whose agents are currently doing the same. If you don't believe that to be true, then it is very naive of you to think that. Very naive. I truly, truly believe that he... Well, I know because of stuff that the people that he has been talking to Leeds United. His agents, his representatives have been talking to Leeds United. I wouldn't put that out there if I didn't think it was true, because it just sets me up to fail. Sets me up for this. What's happened here? He's travelled with the squad today. Daniel put out a tweet after mine saying that, from what he understands, it's not no moves are close, and he's going to travel with the squad. He has travelled with the squad. He's in the side today, and I think he's wearing the armband, which is great, because, believe it or not, I want him to stay because I don't want to sell our best players. But Hayden Hackney's in the Middlesbrough squad, and if we as neutrals can sit back and have a look at this and think, does that definitely mean that Hayden Hackney, despite the Premier League interest, does that definitely mean that he's a Middlesbrough player come deadline day? And if we honestly think, well, it doesn't actually, then the same could be true of Gus Hamer. Now, that doesn't mean that Gus definitely goes. Gus has been talking to Leeds, or his representatives have been talking to Leeds. That doesn't mean he goes. If the clubs can't come to some sort of arrangement between them, then he likely stays at Sheffield United, doesn't he? Because that is the way that transfers work. But from what I understood, there was no problem with the wages, because why would there be? There's clearly no problem with the location, because it's 40 minutes down the road. I'm able to say, because I've spoken to him since his video yesterday, Connor was one of the first people to let me know, and he's he was the third most confident out of 3 people that I've spoken to independently about this. I've since spoken to people who think might not happen, might not happen because the things might not fall into place. But at the time, when I got this information, it was advanced, because I wouldn't say it otherwise. I don't feel like I have to defend my my stance to a degree, because well, for example, I put out I like to be playful with my tweets, or I did, because I won't be on that platform for a little while, because I just think there's no need for some of the abuse that I've got since this tweet yesterday. But I put a playful sort of 3 is the magic number was what we were going for, because I'd heard from the same people that we were to sign 3 players before the Boro game this week. 3 is the magic number was the theme of the week from my Twitter account, which will back itself up. We actually thought they were all going to be announced on the same day. They weren't, for different reasons, which I can go into if I need to justify myself. We got 3 signings in, didn't we? Danny Ings came first. That was one of 3. Tanganga, where this all started from, actually. Let's just stop on Tanganga for a minute. This all sort of started... I started getting stick last week, predominantly, because Tanganga was rumoured for so long, and then I got some information that I passed to Paul. Unfortunately, Paul, who's been a bit of a scapegoat, don't worry, I've got the stick for it, not him, rightly so, but that Tanganga deal had hit we were trying to squeeze the deal, and it wasn't as certain as it had been. And that was exactly how it was phrased to me. Whether that was how it was relayed, I'm not entirely sure, but it's not as certain as it was. It's been delayed slightly because Sheffield United are trying to get the best deal possible. Now, you could think that's a good thing, you could think that's a bad thing. Whatever you think is in the squad today, and it's all hunky-dory. There was definitely a delay in the Tanganga deal. Definitely a delay. It has been proven to be right, because when did we first express interest in Tanganga? If you can't remember the dates per se, if you think back to the Millwall game, which was the Saturday, people were talking about, can Tanganga be done in time for Millwall? No, surely they won't allow it. Surely it'll be just after the 12 o'clock. They'll give the go-ahead, and then we'll announce him on Monday. Were it Thursday he got announced? Thursday, I think he got announced. And why do we think that is? And that is because we were trying to squeeze the deal, and then, thankfully, we managed to get a deal done, because it had gone from being very, very close to actually Sheffield United trying to move the goalposts a little bit, just to better it for ourselves. And then when we realised we weren't going to get any joy with that, let's not mess about and let other teams like Leicester or whoever it is come in. Let's get it done. So that Tanganga deal, I think, if people had have listened to what Paul said, I don't know how Paul said it, I can't honestly remember. I was watching live, but then it all sort of blew up, and I got dogs abuse on Twitter for saying, oh no, Tanganga deal's not going to happen. We never said that. We never said that. Like, we've never said that Gus is definitely leaving. I'd heard that Gus Hamer was speaking to Leeds from the same people that I trust, and I still think that's happened. Absolutely, I'm dead on with that. Just because he plays today does not mean he's still a Sheffield United player next week. But also, just because he talks to Leeds doesn't mean he's a Leeds player next week. There's loads of things that people are thinking, oh, well, he wants to leave because he don't like Selles. From what I understand, no problem with Selles. He ain't got a problem with Ruben Selles at all. I could get into more of it, but I wanted to come on and just get that off my chest, because I think, honestly, I haven't even talked to you about the abuse that I got online for it. If people don't think that this is how transfers work, where they're on 1 minute, they might be stalling the next minute, they're on, and then we go back and we negotiate. If this deal goes through with Gus Hamer, don't be surprised if it's Monday, deadline day, because we are both trying to wrangle for the best possible deal. The deal I'd heard it was, and I'll tell you a little bit more in depth before I bring Jordan, because I just want to get this over and done, because honestly, the way people have fired at me for one tweet where it's this is what I've honestly heard, is absolutely sickening. I can't tell you how it's affected me, which is a different thing altogether. And I need to get tougher because part of my job is being online, so I have to accept that to a degree. I don't know why that is the case, but apparently you do. But Gus Hamer, it was rumoured to be a loan deal, 2 million quid up front, and between 15 and 20 million obligation at the end of this season. And the reason they're doing that is twofold. It's to help Leeds out with their PSR, so they will pay us a higher fee for that privilege because they can then put it in either tax year, depending on how their other deals go, both now and in January. It would help Leeds United out. But also, it helps us next season, because if we don't get promoted, which, you know, the start we've had, it's not great, we then get a windfall of 15 million quid next season, or between 15 and 20. There's also the possibility that all gets scrapped and put out the window and it just goes on a straight permanent deal. That could also happen, but it'll likely be for less money and probably structured over a longer period of time. That is what I'd heard about the deal. I'm to the people I talked to, I'm certainly not. I certainly don't disbelieve anything you've told me. In fact, I know that they're credible. So there's loads to get into, not just this Gus story, but obviously everything that's happened. I ain't spoken on stream yet because I've just got back from an holiday with my family on my wife's birthday a couple of days ago. We had a lovely breakaway, and then on the way back, I thought, I'll break what I'm hearing, because people will want to know if this is going to be happening. Well, I won't be doing that anymore. I won't be doing that on X anymore, not for the foreseeable anyway. There'll be times where I have to go on X as part of what is my business now, because I have to advertise the Ramble and things like that. And I've also got a couple of deals lined up that will require me to be on X for a little bit, because that's part of the agreement. But I've no desire to go back on there at the minute, because people are vile. I'm an effing C, all sorts of stuff. But like, I've had a DM that I don't even think I can repeat, because who threatens somebody of a direct message just because of a tweet that they've made? I cannot get my head around it. And I don't cope well with it, as I say, so I wanted to get it out and hopefully blow the cobwebs out. And hopefully I'll start to feel better now I've got that off my chest a little bit. But apologies to anybody that saw that tweet and thought, oh, well, you know, well, I don't know. Because I've given you it I can't apologise, really, because I've given you it with the best intentions, like I give any rumours. And it might not happen. And then people will think, oh, well, they'll either think you were lying or they'll think it were dud info. But I believe it's happened. So I believe it's all been these deals I've got up to this point. I could talk to you about another one, but before we go any further, I'm going to get my guest on, because he's the one that talks a lot of sense on these streams, and hopefully he can keep me in check today. So welcome, one and all. It's Jordan Motson.
Jordan Motson, the man on the mic, painting the match with a sound so right. Sheffield's pride, every fan can see. He's the voice of the Blades, their melody.
Geordie boy, how's it going, pal?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Thanks. I don't need to ask how you are, do I? Because rant over.
Right,
we'll not go into that. You said your piece now. We'll leave it at that. But
yeah, thank you, mate.
Today. I'm going to try and chat football with you. Keep you positive.
And, I'm all right, mate. I'll be all right. I just think I think it's so unnecessary, because you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to believe me, but don't abuse me. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it, and maybe that's me being too soft, and I put myself out there online, and I understand it. I just don't agree with it. I don't get why.
That's social media these days. You've got keyboard warriors, and I guarantee most would probably not say, and any abuse that you get, most would not say it to your face. It's just what they do. But you know, you put your stuff out in good faith. You've got a lot of good people behind you, a lot of people that support you. Everyone in Platinum chat, Alt Ramblers chats. It shows what a good thing you're doing. You've built a good community together. And people find that as a safe space to have a chat about football and get their feelings out there more than they do on X or Facebook or out like that. And, you know, that's credit to you. So I think you need to pat yourself on the back for something like that and forget about, you know, these other people that want to give your dogs abuse.
I think I did think about just coming on and breezing it off and sort of just blasting through it and sort of trying to smile through it and but I've always been honest on here with everybody that watches, not just like ramblers and stuff, but everybody that watches. I think it's right that you're honest, but I also think you shouldn't be ashamed to say, and you're not supposed to come on and sort of say this stuff, because undoubtedly, if people know that they get to me by doing it, it will probably force there'll be more stuff that happens. Yeah. But I think it's right that you let people know that you're vulnerable in terms of, because there'll be people watching this that have been abused on. I had somebody message me the other day saying, messaged me yesterday after they got abused, because there were so many nice people that messaged me saying, "Oh, I've just seen some," and thank you to everybody that did that. And we will move on to the game, I promise. But people were saying, "Oh, well, I've just seen a woman get abused for having a football opinion, being told to get back in kitchen," and all these sort of, and somebody's been offered out because they didn't agree with somebody else's opinion. And I just think it's not about that, is it? That's certainly not what we're about. So, John, and you've been here a long time, so hopefully what we're all about. But we got a video posted into Platinum Chat yesterday of Matos at the training ground. Yeah, I wasn't going to post that online. People didn't mind when I posted Nathan Redmond and Danny Ings at training ground. Yeah. But I'm not going to post that Alex Matos video online because, why would I put anything out there now? All that sort of stuff for me, and it's a shame because stuff gets leaked out of that Platinum group now. It's it's big, and we understand how these things happen because there's people from other channels in there that'll take little bits and bats, and so I have to. That's why I was trying to be ahead of the curve yesterday, really. But that's where everything that I get to hear will go now. That is where it'll sit. And if people want to take it and put it in their own social media, they can do, and they can get the threats and everything else that comes with it, because I think it's absolutely disgusting. Anyway, mate.
One thing I will say is that even Platinum Chat or any other chats that we've got, a lot of people think, or I've seen online at times, they think it's, they go over there just to get the in the know news, if that's what our people want to call it these days. But it's not. It's more than just that. People go in there for a general football chat. That Platinum Chat is so busy every day, even when it's not, August or January transfer market. People just genuinely enjoy a football chat, and that's what it's got. It's brought people together that you'd never ever meet anywhere else. It just wouldn't happen. So it's much more than that. It's a lot more than that.
Anyway, John, we came on early just so we weren't blasted. Thank you, mate, for your words as well. I appreciate it. Problem. But we came on, I wanted to get that out of the way before we focus on football, because there's been a lot of movement at Sheffield United this week. Danny Ings coming in. There's obviously talking points. Him is the big talking point as well. I understand that. But Danny Ings has come in. Japhet Tanganga's come in and starts today, which I think is great for us. That defence looks really solid. And Chong came in. Chong, now, again, I'm going to say this because it's not on X, but it's my understanding that Redmond was going to be offered a deal. But then we got word that Chong became available and we preferred Chong to Redmond. So I'm not expecting, and it don't mean it's not going to happen. There'll be somebody in our reports that says Jimmy now says that Redmond's not getting signed, and then when he does sign, he makes up lies. But from what I understand, I think Chong is instead of Redmond. So that's why it was later, because we were quite far down the line with Redmond, as Leeds have been with Gus Eamer, believe it or not. And we pulled out of the deal for Redmond from what I am.
I think it's a big risk with Redmond anyway, his injuries that he's had. And I'm not saying Chong had his injuries, because I think last season he played 30-odd games, but I've read a lot from Luton fans saying that he had a groin injury. So he did miss a fair few games as well. So you could say it's a risk on Chong as well, but I think Redmond was the bigger risk.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I wouldn't mind Redmond at all. I think he's a good player, or I think he's certainly, or you'd expect him to be past his peak now. Was he 31? 31. We think that Danny Ings, we're not signing the £20 million Danny Ings that played in the Premier League. We're signing 33-year-old Danny Ings on a free transfer. But I still think he does a job for us. He's obviously got the number 9 shirt, which is brilliant. I love that we're using that. Tanganga on this is being shown as the right back today. I'm not sure that'll be how it lines up. I think Tanganga will be centre half, right centre half, Bindon left centre half, and Godfrey will be right back, I believe.
Yeah,
But the way we've set up, and I'll ask you to go through teams as well, Joe, but the way we have set up, and I think it will be a 4-3-3. I know we've got some concerns about midfield, which I'll let you go into. But I think it's nicely poised because Sariki's on the bench. We can switch to a back three quite easily here because Tanganga, Godfrey and Bindon can also all slot into that back three.
Yeah.
Sariki comes on and Burrows reverts to left wing back. So I think the fluidity now within the squad is really strong. I think there's some talking points which we'll probably come more onto on 3MB tomorrow night, but in terms of Selles has now been given the tools. So I'm not expecting, it doesn't need to click immediately today for me, but I think he has now got a quality squad. A lot of people in our chat saying the defence looks really good today, really like the look of that. Jack Robinson, not in the squad. Obviously has been wearing the captain's armband for us, not in the squad. So what are your thoughts, Jod, on our lineup today and some of the ins and outs that have been coming from beautiful downtown Bramall?
Yeah, I mean, it's on paper, when you look at that team on paper, I know you don't play on paper as we've seen the last 4 or 5 games. That's a strong team. That is a very, very strong team.
Oh, you froze then, Jod. Still frozen.
Still hear me?
Yes, you're back now. You're back.
I know people will throw it out there that with the right manager, because I know that, a lot of liking sayers and stuff like that. But you look at that, he's got the tools to work with you. It just needs to start getting a tune out of him. And hopefully they start believing in his system. If he's going to continue as manager, they start believing in his system and we start to see I want to see an improvement today. Because the last 4 games, it's not been good enough, and we've not looked like we've had any style about it. There's no identity, no nothing. If I see some improvement today, and we can get, hopefully we can get a point out of it. I'm not expecting a win, if I'm quite honest, because I don't expect things to turn that quickly. But if we can get a point and I see an improvement, then I feel like there's a bit more positivity that'll go around. Tanganga's a great signing. He is one that's been chatted about a lot, and one I think a lot of us have wanted a lot. He's one of the best centre backs in Championship in my opinion. And
he levels us up, doesn't he, Jord? It's his biggest statement signing for a defender that you can get at this level, I think.
Absolutely, and I think losing Anel and replacing him with Tanganga,
same sort of money as well.
Same sort of money. I think everyone's going to be happy with that. I know I am for a start, and I think Tyler Binden's now got. We're going to say an experienced centre half next to him. He had Jack Robinson next to him who's experienced, but I think more of a leader and someone who'll communicate with him and probably help him out more like what Suter did last year with now. I think we've got that in Tanganga outside of Binden now, and hopefully we see an improvement on Binden's performances as well.
Hang on, mate. Sorry to interrupt, but they've just got Sayers on screen. They've just put his championship record up. Played 30, lost 14. But they're just talking him through it. We used to do this with Wilder, didn't we?
Yeah, no worries. I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
We're building something. Sometimes it takes time. Chong, Nils, and Ings on the bench, ready to come on and make an impact. Gives us more options. It's not been the start we wanted. Today we've got a good test. We've got to focus on what's next. So no, really. It's important that we play the entire game how we want to play it and be under no illusions as to how we want to play. I think that's fair. Sorry there, mate. So I cut you off mid-flow there just to see what we were saying, whether there were any information that were going to come out of it, but I don't think there was really. So teams today, pal, what's your thoughts? Do you like how we've set up?
Well, I put it down as a 4-2-3-1, but obviously they got it down as a 4-3-3, so I think it will probably change. We might start as a 4-3-3, but then defensively it might go 4-5-1. Going forward, it might be 4-3-3.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot. That's how I say as sort of likes to do it. There's a lot of changing formations in game, isn't there?
Yeah.
But we'll see. It's hard because I really, really want to be positive, but after last 4 games that we've watched, it's hard to see it at the moment. But I want an improvement today. That's all I'm looking for. I'm just looking for an improvement on performance. and see a style that we're trying to implement on the game.
Whether Hamer stays or goes, this squad is really good now, and I think we still need. If Hamer does go, which he might do, but if Hamer goes, we need somebody in. I don't think you can replace him like for like. He's a maverick. You can't. He's a
same
one-off.
with Illiman, weren't it? We're never going to replace Illiman when we sell him. It's impossible. I think that's similar with Gus.
But I think you need somebody. There's been rumours of Manor Solomon potentially coming in, which I think probably gives us a little bit more balance to the squad, particularly if we're happy for him to play on the right.
Yeah.
There's other things that will obviously come into consideration there, which again people have been talking about quite lively in terms of their ex posts, which I'll happily not be seeing going forward. But I think we would need to strengthen should he go. But even if the window slams shut today and this was us, it's a strong squad, and it's going to be over to Sayers now, isn't it? It's got to be. You have to get a tune out of this squad because we have given you the tools.
Yeah,
I'm not. That doesn't mean it needs to be today or he's done for me. And I have softened on this a little bit.
Yeah,
and maybe it's because I don't want him to feel the way I felt yesterday. But it's I've softened on it because it's so many new players to integrate, and I know Wilder did a brilliant job of that last season. In terms of there were 7 new players, I think, in the lineup to start the season, and we started really well after expecting to start slowly. But Tanganga comes in today. He'll likely be introducing Ings into the top 12, 13, 14. Whether he starts on a regular basis, I'm not so sure.
Yeah,
Chong might likely potentially do a job on the right. He could do that. He's played there before. Predominantly a left-sider, we understand that, but can play anywhere behind the striker, really.
Yeah.
There's players to come into this squad now and integrate. It's going to be Godfrey's second game for us. How much time does he get, Jord?
And that's the problem, innit? I'll be honest, I reacted very poorly.
I did.
Or very badly after the Millwall game. I was there, because I was so frustrated that you just look at the team and how we've been playing, and like I said, again, style identity and stuff like that. And I was saying, get him out. I've had enough. It's not going to work. It's never going to work. I've calmed down a little bit now, but I think the board are partly to blame on that as well. They've hung him out to dry. They've not exactly give him a, we lost all them players, and they give him 3 to start.
We have undoubtedly panicked in this window. There's no doubt about it. We started the window with development AI signings, as they were tagged, and then 3 loans. 3 loans, and that were all they were given to work with after selling Anel, selling Sousa, all our previous loans gone back as well.
Yeah,
he has definitely been hung out to dry, and the board has panicked. Look, better late than never. I'd rather that we got these bodies in. I'm delighted Tanganga's come, but I like Chong as a squad signing. I know that I've got some Luton fans' opinions that I can play out probably on 3 Mardy Blades, but that don't rate him. But I've seen enough of him in spurts to know that he can have an impact off the bench.
There's a player there, isn't there?
I'd rather him coming on than Ukaki, for example, who is unproven. And that's not because you shouldn't give a youth player a chance, but Chong has proven it. He's played decent in the Premier League before. Yeah. So I think he needs a little bit. And I actually think, unless things go horrifically wrong, like if we get done 5 today, then there's a chance he does go. Yeah. I don't think we will, looking at that team. I don't think we can be that bad, surely.
The only reservations I have now is if we lose his next 2 games, it's like giving,
let's be right, there's
wins up now, and then
there's a chance though, isn't there?
Yeah, it's giving like a 12, 15-point head start. When do you start then thinking something's got to change here? Because when we're throwing top 2 completely harder it, and then we're looking for playoffs again.
Thing is, we're away at Boro today, and then we're away at Ipswich, and I know Ipswich haven't started great, but it's a ridiculously tough place to go. So
we should have been. I'm not saying we should. Well, I could say we should have. There's no given in football, but looking at them first, 3 games, especially when you played. I know it's a different season and a different manager for Bristol City as well. We beat them 6-0 over 2 legs a couple of months back, and then we go and lose at home to them, and convincingly lose at home. And then we played second game. We've had that many games, and we played Birmingham in the Cup, and that were a changed squad, so fair enough, like that. But then we're losing confidence then. Then we play Swansea away.
Swansea away after that.
Swansea
after
away, and that
Birmingham,
went convincing. And you know, the games though, there for me, that
those were where I start. I start.
Up.
It looked like at Bristol City, that we didn't have the tools, and you think you've got to support the manager here, give him some tools to work with, and it was on a hiding to nothing. Then the players' heads went down, and then you're already on a little bit of a slippery slope because you started badly at home, and a team that you're supposed to be competitive against, at least. I would probably go so far as to say we should be beating Bristol City at home. We've just done them 3 twice at the end of last season. So, and then you go to Birmingham, you put out a rotated side, understandably so, because we were the Wednesday game and playing on the Saturday. Rotated side always leaves you vulnerable. Yeah. And we got done 2-1, but it should have been a lot more. It should have been a lot more because we were poor on that night. You can put that to one side and say it were a heavily rotated side. It was Swansea for me. It was Swansea when we looked bereft of not only confidence but ideas going forward. And then you think the manager has to do something here. And that's one game where you think, well, come on then, on to Millwall. And I didn't think we looked great. We were better, but the first half against Millwall, which I think people are quick to forget because they think about the last 15 minutes, which is recency bias, and I understand it. It's programmed into his brain. But just because we peppered them for the last 15 minutes doesn't mean, it's all come together and it's clicked. Obviously, we're sat here today hoping that 15 minutes was a click, and that is now us kicking into gear and recognising what we can do to teams.
Yeah.
But time will tell. I honestly think that even if it's a narrow loss today, at least if we're competitive, I think he gets right up until the whole game at the end of the next international break, which I think is about 9 games. Might be wrong.
This is how we've seen it. We need to at least be picking up some points, even if the draws and stuff, because if it just keep losing, they're going to pull the trigger on him. You can't keep losing week in, week out. And, if you get to 7-8 games and you've lost all 8, there's no chance that he's stopping.
That's true. That's true. It would have to be a disaster
3 points
to
or something, and it gives you a chance, up to the next international break, and they think it's not working. We get him gone. We bring the manager in, and then we win 4 or 5 in a row. And next minute you're like 11th. You've then got, it same happened with Slav, didn't it? He got more points than that. But we pulled trigger on him. Eki came in, and we went on a run. We did what Fulham did under Slav. Under Slav, when they were down near the bottom and they ended up finishing 3rd and winning playoffs. We sort of had that run, didn't we? So it can happen, but it's a lot to ask for at the same time. It's
a bad time to say this as well, so I suppose I'm just throwing myself under the bus this time. But I think some blades will understand what I'm saying. I don't think Eki is a brilliant manager. I'm not saying he's not a good manager, and he did a very good job for us, but I think he had a very good squad of players that Slav was completely mismanaging because he were trying to fit square pegs in round holes and make them play a system that they were nowhere near familiar with. I think Eki just went back to basics and did a good, solid job with us. Now, it's a bad time to say it because his Preston team are now flying. And love Eki. No bones with Eki at all. So, but would a lot of blades want us to sack Sayers and bring Eki in? Maybe at the moment it's that desperate that they probably would. I don't think they would. But he's not going to be top of everybody's list, and he's not going to be top at list of top-end championship teams and all this sort of thing. So that is why I'm saying it, really. But I don't think these players, like we've just said, are good players. So it's now, how can the manager and his coaching staff make them play? Yeah. I think what you've got to hope for is he gets time with them as a squad now when the window closes on Monday, and he gets time over that international break to start putting his ideas into a team that he is going to be hopefully shaping and changing how we play and sort of getting some sort of rhythm and structure to what we're doing. Because at the minute,
people that is brought in though, apart that back line, there's 3 back line, and then there's Louis Barry. So yeah, there's a few, but he's had time. For me, he's had all pre-season to implement his philosophy and what he wants on him. He's had that time. It's just, I think the players still, I don't think they understand it. They're that used to the old set ways that they're struggling to pick up what he wants.
I agree, mate. I agree. Let's get into some comments because I'll get miles behind otherwise. Deb says, hi Jimmy and Jord, hope you enjoyed your holiday, and how much are we liking these new players up the blades, up all the rambles. Like and subscribe, share to the Best Blades channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and don't forget to hype Man Mount. Can I also say, because this is what I meant to open with, because I never plan what I'm going to say, particularly I just want things to come out normally and naturally. But I did have it in the back of my mind. You need to tell the boys, because I've told them privately, obviously. Man Mountain and Dave the Nose, unbelievable. Thank you, boys, who are, it's not their full-time gig this, so they make their time to come, and they've kept the Ramble going. I've only been away 5 days, so it's not, they've not run a marathon for me, don't get me wrong, but they have been brilliant on stream. Absolutely brilliant, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it, because, and I know that people love to hear from them both as well. Both very different characters. I think that's why we all work really well on Three Mighty Blades. But yeah, some really, really good intro. And I watched them all because I was commenting in chat, but I just couldn't be on screen. I was supposed to be having time with my wife and kids, but we have to dip into Ramble, don't we, every now and again. Full of positivity, says Positive Keith. Captain Gus playing and a good squad. Can't complain, Sayers doesn't have the players. Looking at the lineup, let's hope things start to click and we kick on now. Up the Blades, up all the Rambles, up the positive ones. Like and subscribe.
Just talking about Gus being captain, I think that today as well is there's all this talk about him going, etc. We're making him captain. Put your money where your mouth is, Leeds, or you're not having
Absolutely
him. That type of thing. It's our captain now. You either put up or shut up.
You're paying for him. You need to pay the money, because we spoke about it. I still think we're not where I want us to be with leaders. I think in terms of been there, done it, I think Godfrey and Tanganga to a degree are really strong signings. But I think on pure ability, Gus Eamer, as we've said before, is our best player. Yeah. So if you haven't got a natural leader, a Chris Morgan or a Billy Sharp type, then it has been many clubs put it on their best player and sort of try and give. If we get another 5% out of Gus Eamer today, then we're laughing, aren't we? So whether it's a farewell performance or not. So Phil says, hey Jimmy, hope you and the family had a great holiday. Good lineup. Surprised Samari's not starting. Looks like a decent bench. Let's hope they can get a result up the Ramble. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I agree. Samari, George, talk to me about this midfield, because me and you have got. This is where I think we're vulnerable, and I think you agree, don't you?
Yeah, I just think it's not. I don't think it's worth. I feel like we're weak.
I think it's unbalanced is the problem, isn't it? They're all very good players. Really rate Callum O'Hare. Sidney Peck is a really strong prospect of a player, and everybody knows what Gus can do. But is there really somebody who can win the ball?
We need a bruiser in centre mid. Like that's what Vinny Souza did, didn't he? He got up and down pitch, but he cut everything out. He was strong, athletic, and they're asking City to do that, and he's shown he's not ready for that yet. He's not that type of player to be able to play that role. And then Gus is dropping very, very. He's literally sat on back line, isn't he? Picking ball, trying to make stuff work. And then all teams do then is they put back 5 men forward and play an high press on us, and we never get ball. And then it goes long, and you're expecting Tyrese Campbell to win an header against a 6'6" centre back or something, like in Jake Cooper last week, and they're making us make them mistakes straight away, and it's stopping us trying to play. And I feel like that's probably what Middlesbrough do today. There'll be an high press on, and it's how we adapt to that, and if we can adapt to it. And I feel like if we had a big, massive bruiser in that centre mid, like what Vinny did, it'd allow Gus to play that more of a free role and probably shore up that midfield a little bit more. And that's why I expected Samari to be on. I thought Samari just started today. I don't know which way it'd have been, whether it'd have dropped Sidney Peck and put Samari in with Gus.
It's been a surprise, hasn't it? Been a surprise that he hasn't started.
Andre Brooks might not have even started, and you'd have put Louis Barry on right, Gus Eamer back to left wing, and put Samari and Peck together. You've got them options, haven't you?
That is one thing a lot of us, me included, have been wrong about. Let's be honest. And I'm not saying you have, George, because I can't remember your stance on it, but I did not want... Gus Eamer got the player of the season playing on the left for Sheffield United. I still thought we could get more out of him playing a more central role. Yeah, I predominantly think he's a 10, but I was also calling for him in the 8, and he's not been disciplined enough in that 8 for me. And I don't think we're getting the best out of him this season. Look, nobody's playing well in the Sheffield United side, so this isn't a dig at Gus at all. But we're not getting the best out of our best player there. No. So I'd love to see him as a 10, but that's not going to happen, I don't think, because that's Callum O'Hare's strongest position by a stretch. So yeah, like you say, and I didn't think I'd be saying this 4 or 5 games in, move Gus back to left, Louis Barry onto right, and see if we can get anything. But again, it don't look like that's the setup today. I think it could well be, like you were alluding to, I think it could be a 4-2-3-1 this, but we'll wait and see.
Just looking at the lining up there, you've got City playing defensively, Gus and Callum O'Hare in front of him. It's like, like a 4-3-3. We had like a defensive midfielder there, but obviously that, like I said, that'll probably change a lot. But Middlesbrough kick off, they go long and it goes straight to Michael Cooper. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. See how we play. Hopefully we can. I just hope we don't go one down, because when we've been going one down, that's when we've, you felt like we're never going to get back into the game. Then corner.
I
know. We've struggled, haven't we? So then, but if we can go a goal in front, then I think we'll feel obviously we'll feel more comfortable, won't we?
Agreed. I think this is where we can get it. Luke Ayling as well, been a very good player at this level, undoubtedly, but he's playing there. They're playing three at the back.
Yeah,
he's the right hand side.
3-4-3, innit?
If Louis Barry can get at Luke Ayling, I think we'll have some joy today. But don't get me wrong; these have won 3 on spin in the league, so
yeah,
they are very much the favourites in terms of the form game.
Their new signing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a lot of Blades wanted him, didn't they? We mentioned in our chat quite a few times as a suggestion.
Lee Edridge were one, weren't he, that mentioned him?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Lee Edridge is the Ramble foreign scout.
Yeah, we haven't had any loan leads yet, have we?
No, we haven't. We need to get into. To be honest, there'll be a few things that start after international break. I think we need to get together for that Ramble show, a Ramble FC show that we're going to do, where there were 2 of 5. But I'd like us to all get together for the first one, which I'll talk to you about afterwards.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Pete says, "Morning, Jimmy. Hope you enjoyed La France. We're 10 minutes away. Nice one, Pete. Pete, who's gone to the game today. One of our Platinum Ramblers. Professor P says, honestly, as bad as watching United is at the minute.
I pressed from Middlesbrough and they won't ball back. I think that's going to be a corner.
Yeah, it looks
like it's a goal kick. Looked like I thought it'd come off Brooks, and
it definitely did. It definitely
did. He's shocked that it's not a corner, but it's a goal kick to Blades.
As bad as watching United is at the minute, and with the Gus saga and all, watching the Ramble is such a highlight and really makes being a United fan that much better. Good to have you back. Oh, thank you, pal. I appreciate that. And that will be for me monologue as well. Thank you, Professor P. I appreciate that. John Asquith, the best business coach around. Smile and wave, Jim. Haters going to hate. Ramblers know you just try and keep us informed. Keep up the great work, pal. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you always being there. Bean says, thought we got at least a point today, but can't believe he's picked the same midfield again. I would have dropped Peck for Samari. Don't worry about the Hamer stuff. You don't claim to be 100% right. I don't, mate. I don't claim to be ITK for one, but also it doesn't mean it's not happened where it's been close to being done either. And I have to say that because that's what I believe.
Well done, lad. It's coming out right.
Go on then, Brooksy.
Has to play a ball in. It comes off defender. It's a corner.
That's good. Corner United.
Well done. See, you know what a good there is? What we've seen him do quite a lot is he'll get ball, but then he cuts back. He'll cut back onto his left. He didn't. He shifted it onto his right. Past Severa. Tries to play a ball in the box. Not Dale Fry. Alfie Jones gets the block in, and it's a corner.
We have to credit both the player and potentially the coaching team there, because the one big criticism we had against, a lot of people said he changed the game against Millwall. I think that's a bit strong, but he's so one-dimensional, in my opinion, at the moment. When he's no confidence, he doesn't go either way. But if he's going to start going down the right, then that's good. Corner comes in.
Swinger, headed up in air by Alfie Jones. Looks like keeper's going to collect it. He does. He goes long, quick. There's absolutely no one there. Where are we? Michael Cooper just sweeps it up and kicks it out for a throw-in.
Well done, Coops. We were all up, weren't we? All big lads were up.
Gone forward. It left Harrison Burrows to defend on his own. There were two... I think it was Morgan Whittaker and...
well, that's because we'll have had Godfrey, Tanganga and Bindon in box. So, so if they've got 2 up, we need more than Harrison Burrows back, don't we?
Louis Barry takes it centrally, plays it into Callaway. 25 yards out, goes wide to Andre Brooks.
Go on, Brooks.
Gets it into the box, turns onto his left, back onto his right. Well done to byline. Plays across in, unlucky. Defended by Alfie Jones, corner again.
Corner. Good start. Lively from United. I'm not going to be able to read all these.
Cut back onto his left, but then went onto his right again.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to read all these comments, but I will flash them up on screen. So apologies to those that don't get them actually read out, but we are going to be miles behind. And I want to watch the game, obviously, as well. So Thank you to everybody that's commented and particularly showing your support. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry if I butt in on any comments.
No, mate, you go for it. That's what we're here for.
Trying to commentate on game.
It's a bit different to Ramble FC because this is United. This is what we're about.
Corner in, it's headed clear. Andre Brooks at edge of box, plays it back out to Gusema. Callum Aware makes a run in behind, he gets it.
Nice.
He turns back, tries to play it to Gus. It's a block it. Oh no, United get it back.
Oh, well done.
Give the ball away and Middlesbrough defend quite well and just clear it to halfway where Harrison Burrows is. But referee gives a free kick.
Interesting. No Robinson, Jimmy. Party time, says Matthew. I'm laying out on this one, but thoughts on Jack Robinson leaving, Jord? Laying out as well.
Welcome, Ben Me. That's all I'll say.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I would have thought so.
That's where I stand, and I think that he's going. Obviously, they had the interest. He's going, and I believe we've got a proper leader in Ben Me that will come in for Jack Robinson leaving. Hopefully,
yeah,
that's not an in the know comment either. Just to let people know, that's my opinion.
Kershaw says plenty of players play and leave the following day. That is very true, mate. Hayden Hackney in the Boro side today has been linked with a move away.
Oh my God. Sam Severa gets ball out on left-hand side. He comes into the box, cuts onto his right. He's got an open shot to have at goal. No one closing. I don't think Godfrey comes across properly to close him down. He hits it, flashes it across goal, and it just goes wide. Yeah, Godfrey just sitting off him a few yards, weren't he? Giving him all the space in the world. Oh, United clear it and he getting ball away.
People worried about Emma going not having enough time to replace. I think that's fair. It's not exactly a shock. We've heard these rumours about Emma before. There's no smoke without fire. Yeah, I agree with that, Chef Jim. Lee thinks it's a shocking lineup. He never learns, no balance. That is my concern in midfield. I think if we get turned over in midfield, then I'm more confident in the defence, though. I will say that. I just don't think they're shielded very well.
It already looks soft in midfield. They're playing
through. Yeah, it does. Through us again. Through us again here.
It's Severe on right at left. Goes onto his left foot. It's a good tackle from Godfrey. It's a corner.
Well done, Godfrey.
But it was so easy to get.
Look at him shouting at him. This is what we need. We need more of that. More communication on the pitch. And if it needs a shout or an angry word, come on, let's get him in, get him organised, and get him sorted.
Oh, it hit post. That Severe shot earlier.
Yeah, flicked outside at post.
Outside at post. Whittaker, left-footed. It's an out swinger.
Rubbish.
It's a goal kick. Little Kaelin went to the front near post. Gets a touch, but it goes way wide. But yeah, it's that midfield three. It's so easy to get through, and especially when they're playing or teams that are playing 5 or 3 at back, we're overrunning midfield all the time.
Agreed, mate. Tim Platinum Rambler says, Jimmy, just keep doing what you're doing. Ignore the Wazzocks. We all love you, pal. Thank you, mate. Brett says, I think it could be a 2-1 Blades win today. Got a feeling Boro take their eye off the ball. I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. Morning, Jim Bob. Tough match today. Fingers crossed for a result from a Leeds fan. Thank you, Drum. Afternoon, Jim. Thought this was live from 12. It was Jamie Dumpling, but if you haven't got your notifications on, then sometimes you won't know when we're going a bit earlier, will you?
You should know better. We always say, like and subscribe and click that bell in the corner for
Thank you, Geordie boy. In fact, have I got it here? Go on, then.
Paolo says, very well done, lad. Just gets it byline left-footed, crosses it in. With a weak ball in. And Middlesbrough just play it out from the back.
Paolo says, ignore Twitter, mate. It's a cesspool. Glad you're back and hope you enjoyed the holiday. Come on, the Blades. Big 3 points needed today. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Top man. Luke's a Blade says, Samari surely isn't fit. Get that off so I can get people.
Oh, look how easy that is again.
Straight through the middle.
Severa on left. He left-footed, crosses it to the back stick. Tries anyway, and it goes high and over the top of the goal kick Blades.
Samari surely isn't fit, says Luke. Him over Peck today will give us a really good chance. Really interesting. You'd say that surely if he sees that the balance is off, he'll go to that, but he didn't do against Millwall, did he? And the balance was clearly off against them as well.
Yeah.
So this is where I think the manager has to come under scrutiny a little bit if this continues to happen. I'm not saying get him out immediately, but I just think this is where we need to tighten up now. He's got enough tools. Mark says, morning, Jimmy. Hope you had a good holiday. Not confident, but hoping for a positive result and performance up the Blades. Up the Ramble. Thank you, mate. Claire says, no one with any sense or morals will doubt your genuine intentions. Thank you, Claire. Appreciate that. Claire, the Coventry fan. Jamie says, shame to people bullying, leave the guy alone. It's not his fault. Sheffield United are on a bad run. I don't get why they got the sack. Yeah, you're not the only one, pal. Connor showing us some love. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you, pal.
It's Morgan Whittaker attacking Harrison Burrows. He's just backing off, cuts onto his left, plays it out wide.
Oh,
into the box. Oh my God, it's gone all the way through.
we look so soft.
It's awful. They're strolling through me. Look, that's what we do. All we do is we get ball on back line. They play an high press. It goes long, and I don't get what we're trying to do. The style of play I don't understand.
I'm not going to read any more of the Twitter-related comments because I do want to try and move on from it. But I won't be on the platform for some time anyway. So thank you to everybody for your really positive stuff. Let's get on to some game stuff as well. Well, there is a lot. Thank you, everybody.
Look at how, Jimmy, just look at how wide open it is in centre there. Where are any of our players? So frustrating.
Paul says, class shirt, Jord. Mine's signed by Brian Dean and Dane Whitehouse when he were on crutches. Happy days.
Oh, nice.
Up the blades. I hope it means happy days that Dane signed it rather than Dane were on crutches. Up the blades to Paul the Rambles. Like and subscribe from a blade in Spain.
Well, this shirt was my lucky shirt, weren't it, until we got to Wembley. And I've not worn it since at all.
Is it an original, Jord?
No. This is that retro range that we did.
Okay.
And I thought I'm going to wear it today to try and change some look. And that's me being silly because it's like the shirt don't bring any look, does it, at all? It's what goes on pitch, but it's just in.
Yeah.
It's just in my head.
We can tell ourselves out though, can't we, pal?
Yeah.
Everybody subscribe and give a like, says Carlo. Thank you, mate. Yorkshire Derby, says Fred. Technically it is. It's not something we cover in Yorkshire's finest over at Ramble FC with Carl Fowler. Because I never class Boro as being Yorkshire, even though they technically are.
I know.
Obviously. But
I never thought they were. But
I don't think they like being as well. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong if there's any Boro fans about, but Pate a Dream says, evening from Pattaya, Thailand. Always listening to the show. Need a result today. Massive pressure. Hang on.
Tyrese Campbell heads it back across. Where away?
Oh! Godfrey going for overhead kick.
Just diving in on Hansen. He just knocks it straight past him. Luckily, Brooks comes across and gets in front. Well done, Louis Barry. He's having a run. He's got 3 players on him. Just got closed out. And here come Middlesbrough away with ball. Hey, dear.
I want to find one actually.
Aidan Hackney just clearing it up. Yeah, Boro just knocking it along back line at the moment, trying to bring us out of positions to open up some lines through the midfield.
Philippe, check this out, Jordan. Morning, Jimmy. It was great meeting you and your family yesterday on the cross-channel ferry. I met Philippe, who often comments on our streams as well. Shout out to Philippe. Lovely to meet you, pal. It is mad where you bump into some people, honestly. Told some of my pals I met a YouTube channel close to the ship's duty-free shop. Lovely family you have. Thank you, mate. Thank you. But it's just mad where you bump into people. Are you Jimmy from Blades Ramble? Sophie looked at me, she was like, what?
Where you wouldn't expect it to happen.
I know.
There's just a foul. Kantanganga committed a foul on Hansen then. And as Sky come back on it, Middlesbrough just coming across the halfway line. Callum away, puts a tackle in. It is a foul.
He's lucky it's not a yellow, to be honest.
I'd be saying that's harsh. He's trying to keep up with him, innit? He's not actually. Oh, he's holding his left arm, and then and
then he slides in because he's got away from him.
Maybe later,
we couldn't have complained if he'd have got
getting a yellow for that, innit?
Yeah.
Here come Middlesbrough again. Morgan Whittaker running to the byline, gets past Harrison Burrows. Very
too easy that.
His right foot to edge it box. There's no one there. Away comes
Tell you what, rumours that West Ham, and these are rumours, I've not heard it from anyone or anything, I've just seen it, rumours that West Ham are interested in Harrison Burrows. He is nowhere near ready for Premier League. Nowhere near it.
He's had a poor start to the season for me.
He has.
Whereas in last season, I thought he looked, to
As
be
has
honest,
everybody.
I did question though him defensively last season. He used to frustrate me a little bit, but yeah, he's looked very poor. But as have a lot of people in this team this season.
A couple of lovely little passes from Gus.
Oh.
Ty Campbell. I have sort of voiced my concerns about Ty Campbell.
He's not looked the same player. It's like Wilder brought him in and he wanted to play for him, and it just feels like he's lost his interest a bit. And I remember Stoke fans saying that he looked like he just weren't interested at one bit. Now that's not me slagging him off, saying, already look, he's not interested in that, but he just doesn't seem to have that oomph about him that he did last season.
No, he looked very frustrated as well in the last couple of games. So I hope there's not anything else playing on his mind. But my concerns
he's not getting service, is he?
No, he's not. No, he's not. That's fair. That's fair. Sheila's Wheel says, afternoon, Jimmy and Jord. Oh, God. Didn't someone else call you Gordon the other week?
Yeah, I can't remember it were, but...
Oh, you enjoyed your break with the family. It was great, thank you. Was in good hands with Man Mountain and Dave the Nose. Been a busy couple of days. It certainly has, Sheila. Hope you're well. It certainly has.
Just knocking it straight through his Conway into the box, cuts back. Morgan Whittaker onto his left, has a shot, it's poor, it's wide. It's just, it's so easy. You know, you're watching them play, the movements that they're making, they're running ring rounders already.
Tom says we need to be patient, Blades. Bedding in new faces is going to take a few games. Let's remember that if the result doesn't go our way today, that's fair. Danny thinks Peck in midfield over Samari is worrying. Peck's a good player. It's just it's not his role
to do. Ball. Oh, that's a disgusting tackle.
Oh, Peck.
It's the yellow. It could potentially be a red. He's lost ball and he's gone absolutely lunging in. Players are crowded. Referee's gone to see. I didn't see what player it was. It could be off here. It wouldn't surprise me.
He's going to milk it, isn't he? Down.
Yeah, but rightly so. I'd expect one of our players to probably do it. It was stupid. He got closed down. He's come away with ball. He's kicked. It's a bad touch. Kicked it too far in front of him. I didn't see. I still can't see which player it were. And then he's absolutely lunged on him. We're never going to get there. I think it'll be a yellow.
I do too. He'd have gone in quickly already.
Second his time, which is fair enough.
I'd need to see it again, but I think he tried. I think he pulled it.
Yeah, he's got his. Yeah, it's a yellow card, right, and rightly so. I'm not disputing that.
It's a strong yellow, that, isn't it?
I've seen red cards for him.
It's a strong. I have seen reds, Jord. Let's have a look at it now. It's ugly, isn't it? It's ugly, that.
It studs up. It's a red that for me. I'm going to be totally honest. He studs up, he's late, misses ball, it's straight in his ankle. If that's in Premier League, he's off.
Yeah, he's off. He's off.
That's an awful tackle. Oh, straight in his ankle. Studs up. Oh, he's a very, very lucky boy. Very lucky boy.
It's disappointing, isn't it? I mean, we are lucky there. We are really lucky. I think he knows it as well. He's come back on looking a bit sheepish, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I can feel myself getting et up already. I'm 18 minutes into the game.
Where was that? Oh, Yard Dog says, no power, no ball winners in there. John says it's a teeny tiny midfield. Let's hope we don't have to challenge for balls in the air. Sky Panel on today's game, really concerned about our midfield 3 versus theirs. And Jimmy Foster completely agrees. Oh, you well, Jimmy? We've moved away from where he sits now, but he used to sit really close to me in John Street. Forest did a job with Cooper, says Scott. They were bottom of the league and won the playoffs. They certainly did. Who did they beat in playoffs?
And I was there and all.
No. Do you know or think that me signs
it across, free ball. Oh, Conway gets in front of it. That were a goal.
Were it Conway?
I think it looked like it was Conway to me that got in front of it. We're absolute 6s and 7s here. Ball played through. I think it was a shot.
They've completely taken over, haven't they?
Yeah, it's that's just gets to Barry. Barry coming out left hand side.
He's done well there, Barry.
It's down by Aidan Morris. He gets to the byline and he goes down too easily. That was never going to be a foul.
No,
Morris turns around to the crowd, jeering him up. He knew he did a good job there, which he did.
Steve Snell says, do we know or think that me signs? It's a no-brainer. Experienced captain material and good tutor for the two young centre-halves. We agree, Stephen, that I think he ticks those boxes for us as well, but no confirmation. I think he will sign. Wouldn't surprise me if it were like a player coach offering something like that as well, because he's in the twilight, isn't he? But I'd be really happy with that signing. I don't think he necessarily comes straight into the side. You could argue once he's match fit, he's the middle of a 3 potentially, and Bindon dropping out.
Unlucky Brooks.
Excuse me.
Well,
Brooks does. I tell you what, Brooks has played well today.
From what he's having to do, he started off all right.
Yeah, he has.
Probably been one of his better players in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Wait, Conway with Tanganga. You
thought
were right. Sorry, I thought
Yeah.
it Conway with Tanganga who gets the header to clear it sort of from 6-yard box.
Tanganga with a throw now, which is interesting because he's playing centre half. So has he got a long throw on him?
Oh my God.
No, he has not. Well, it's not bad. It's a looper.
Campbell, where's your commitment? Oh, referee's blown whistle. That's why for a free kick. I thought then I looked at it. I'm thinking ball's going towards the byline, and Campbell just stopped. But he's getting a foul on Bindon, so it's a free kick to Middlesbrough.
James says captaining Gus could also be a sign of respect before he leaves. It could.
Yeah,
it could. Jasper says, "Why all the apologies, Jim? Absolutely no need, pal. Up the blades, up the ramble." I didn't particularly apologise, Jasper, but I appreciate the sentiment because everything I do is in good faith. I would never make anything up. It serves absolutely no purpose.
Oh, and then we lose ball again.
Oh, that's so sloppy from Callum Ware.
Why didn't you just play a simple ball to Barry? It got him on left-hand side. Instead, he's trying to do too much. Middlesbrough still camped in our half, though. Here, it's that right on the side. It's Callum Britton. It's going to play it to Luke Ayling. They're going to switch it. It looked like they were going to. It don't. It's Morris. He crosses ball into the box. Tanganga wins the header.
Here's one, Jordan.
Say again, sorry.
Here's one for you. Would you rather we draw 0-0 and Gus has a stinker and it puts Leeds off? Or would you rather he scores a worldie to win us the game and that makes him sign for them?
0-0.
Yeah, I think I agree.
No, but the thing why I'm saying that is I said I'd take a point before the game.
Yeah. I nearly said a loss, but nobody would ever back a loss for United.
I'm afraid. And we need a win today, but I'll take a draw. Here comes Luke Ayling, about 35 yards out. He dinks one to the back still. There's no one there. Should go out for a goal kick, hopefully. Yes, it does.
Struggling to go out.
Just shield out by...
It didn't want to go out, did it?
No.
M says, hi Jim, Burnley fan here. Opings does well for you. It was amazing for Burnley. Movement is great, even if he's lost pace. Good football brain, and should imagine scores a few goals for you. I think, and I've said it before, and I know Man Mountain nicked it off me, but I think he's the closest thing to Billy Sharp that we can get. Yeah. And we've missed a fox in the box for so long. I know Campbell is a bit of an all-rounder. He can finish really well, can Ty Campbell. I'm not taking that away from him. But I think we've needed a Billy-type, clever striker, in and around, bit of a wily old... And he scores goals, doesn't he? He's always scored goals.
The thing that worries me, though, Jim, at the moment is you've got to create to score goals. They've just put a stat up then. There's 24 minutes gone. Middlesbrough have had 5 shots, us none. We've had 4 touches in their box. They've had 8 in ours.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to start creating stuff for these strikers to have chances to score goals. And we're not doing that at the moment. Exactly. So it's like Danny Ings could come on, and if we're not creating chances for him to get around and beat box and bit fox in box, people start complaining about him, saying he's not doing out, but they're working with scraps. They're working with absolute scraps. And you know, Tanganga just played a terrible ball. I think it meant to be Godfrey. It goes to Andre Brooks. He makes a late tackle, and now he's got a yellow card. It's just
We're second best here, aren't we?
it's awful.
Again.
It's honestly, it's absolutely awful. There's no improvement. There is no improvement again in 25 minutes.
Lee called this like a lot of people did, to be fair. 5 minutes into kickoff. Central midfield, a big worry for me today. Defensive transition. Peck could be left high and dry again, which he has been, and he's picked up a yellow card already. Been asked to do a job that's not his natural, to sit and protect the two centre halves. Come on, Blades.
Did you get your match bingo card?
Certainly did, mate. Did you?
I've got mine, yeah. And I've got 3 on a line. I don't know. Oh, the line's already been won anyway, so ignore that.
No way.
Yeah. I don't know what the name is.
Pops and Rubes.
Pops and Rubes. I got 3 on a line, and all it needed were a goal in a minute, ended in 9.
I have a chance, you know, for full house today. Maybe not winning second line, because I've got stuff like 5th substitution and that.
Yeah.
But I've got a chance for a full house, because I think they'll potentially.
Do you know what I've got? No chance. I don't even think I've ever come close on match bingo. My cards are always rubbish.
If Hamer goes, throw every single penny of them fee to cover for Radoni and give him Hamer's wage too. Okay. Here come Boro.
Good block, Ben Godfrey. Shot from Alfie Jones. Cooper easily takes it in. Oh.
Jack Radoni, so good player, really good player. Coventry stole a march on everybody when they nicked him from Huddersfield for, I think it was £5 million. We're always going to make money on him. Yeah, we're always going to make money on him. Really good player. If Kusema leaves, I'm not sure we replace him with a centre midfielder or even a 10, because I think we've got a 10 and I think we've got centre midfielders. I think we could be looking at a right winger.
Yeah, well, we've got Blaster coming back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have.
Matos coming in. Samar is there. You know, there's every chance, like you said, we do need a right winger. 100%.
Any player takes Radoni at this level. Any team, takes Radoni at this level. I'm not dismissing that at all. I think he's certainly a very good player and improves us, like Gus Hamer does any team in this league. But it doesn't necessarily mean Radoni fits for me. Have a look.
Do you know why we're getting overcrowded in midfield? So it's really clever. It's really organised from Middlesbrough. So when we've got the ball and we're playing it across back line, they're set up in a 5-4-1. So they're overcrowding his midfield. They've got one extra in midfield straight away anyway. Then when they're attacking, they're pushing both wing backs up. So it then turns into like a 3-4-3, and the two centre midfielders are pushing further forward as well.
They are.
So that's why you can tell that's why we're overcrowded.
Peck to Burrows. Barry cuts inside, but he's having to go backwards because he's being pressed. Recycled again with Peck. Along the back line now with Bindon. Tanganga. Love the Tanganga signing.
Yeah, it is a good signing. I'm really happy with it. Really happy with it. Callum away. Poor header back in. It's a bit pinball at the moment, but Middlesbrough come away with it. Tyrese Campbell just shoves Morris off at ball. Referee gives a foul straight away.
I think that was shoulder to shoulder, you know.
Yeah, I did, to be honest. I thought it was quite harsh. Getting Tanganga. Well, yeah, good tackle, lad.
Well done, lad.
Right, where's centre mid now?
Stood still.
From United. Yeah, not a lot of movement. Comes along back line, binned into Burrows, into Gus. He turns, good turn, comes centrally. Is that not a foul, ref? No, we play on. Harrison Burrows.
Oh, unlucky.
There's a little one touch where he's... Oh, Gus tries to have a shot and all. Come on, they panicked a little bit at back then. They were a little bit...
Can you hit Blades? Can you hit Travelling Blades?
I ain't got thingy on because I don't want it to come across on stream, so I've got it on mute.
Can you hear mine?
I can't hear it from here. I don't know if they can on stream.
I think we found a sweet spot. I think level 10's my max.
Brooks tries to dance through, loses possession, and then Ben Godfrey, stupid foul. I think it was on Acne, just sort of pushes him into the floor. Middlesbrough free kick. Do you know they are the fouls that absolutely annoy me? Do you know like when it gets to the byline?
Yeah.
And then all they do, they're just shielded ball. So they put their hands on the back. Well, you know they're going to go down. They're not going anywhere. Just stand up. Just stand them up. Leave your hands away. It's so frustrating.
Paul says if it were Leeds City, I got a red. It's a red for Leeds.
Oh, Ayling just stood on Barry's foot, which I think they were showing on replay. I don't think it would have been a red. That wouldn't be a red card. He's tried to put his foot in and caught him.
Hot knife and butter comes to mind, says David. Absolutely right. Tom says it's a red all day long. We got away with one. We certainly did.
I think so.
Brand says get Peck off. Matt says it's a red. Red all day long, says Footy Social Club. Shout out to you, pal. Hope you're good. Scott, there's no bias blades here, to be fair. That's 100% a red. Yeah, it is. Yeah, red all day.
You can't defend it, can you? There were no. As soon as I'd seen it, I thought it were a bad challenge, but I didn't know if it were going to be a yellow or red. And then as soon as I saw it replay, yeah.
Cooler King, welcome, pal. Maybe the bit of luck that you needed. Let's hope so.
We need a lot of luck.
Yeah, we'll need more than just that. Cal says heads up. 1 point as things stand. Absolutely right.
Don't speak too soon. Callum Britton down at right side. Harrison Burrows stood about 10 yards off him. Plays it into Whittaker, into the box, onto edge. Goes to back stick where Conway's waiting. I tell you what, well done Michael Cooper there because he puts him off. It were a free header for Conway. No one picked him up.
Goal kick.
What's he saying, that he's punched him onto his head then? Because
no,
whose man is it? It's Tanganga's. Oh, then no, sorry, it drops off to Ben Godfrey's.
And Godfrey tries to play him off, but Tanganga's sat in because he can't see him.
You've got to have better awareness there.
And they're talking to each other about it. That's a team that's unfamiliar with each other.
Yeah, well, it's first time them to have played together, isn't it? So
that's what I mean. And to be fair, you were bang on with Burrows standing off his man, but Godfrey, well, I really like, has been doing the same on the left-hand side.
Yeah, it's got to be a tactic that, that they've been told to play, surely, because you want to be getting out to your man as quick as you can to stop them crosses coming in, don't you?
Jared says, we've never replaced Sousa and it's showing. Is Samari not fit? I thought it looked good in the cup. Yeah, so did I.
Well, that's where I say is signing. Because if it were, you'd think he'd probably be playing, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, Barry, that's poor. Darren says, if Peck's the steal and bite in midfield, and that's that then. He'll not be making any more tackles or he'll be off. That's fair and all. Oh, Fulham beating Chelsea. Danny Boy says this system doesn't seem to be working. The space is all over the pitch. The players are looking clueless. It's dangerous. Time for Sheffield United as a club. No identity, no graft. Really worrying, Jimmy.
It just shows for me, and I know I'm going back to Wilder and people think we shut up about it. It just shows how well he got everything out of his players because it's very similar formation. Similar players, and yet we look a complete shell of ourselves from last season.
Oh, God. Got rid of Jackie Longthrow. Now we've got Jaffe Longthrow. Jaffe Longthrow. Oh, nice.
Luke Ayling plays it out wide to Callum Britton, who's going to come across halfway. Plays a ball in behind. Morgan Whittaker easily into the box. Bindon comes across.
What a pass, by the way.
Jaffet Tanganga, well done.
They should have scored there.
Yeah, Tanganga does well to stay with his man because obviously Bindon comes across to try and make the block. It were just a straight, easy ball. To be honest, why ain't you tight on him? Bindon's just let him run through. Straight in behind. Then don't get to the ball.
He's between the left centre-back, which is Bindon, and the left-back into Burrows. And it's a ball straight between the two of them, and Whittaker just runs through. Nobody tight, whether it's Burrows or Bindon.
You'd see that on a Sunday League pitch where someone makes a run and defenders are nowhere near, and it's just an easy ball in behind. Go on then. Go on, Tyrese. Oh, it's good defending from Dale Fry.
Really good defending.
Just bodies him out of the way, doesn't he?
Dale Fry, weren't it? Yeah.
Yeah. United come with ball now. City Peck advancing over halfway into Callum Allaire. He just gets muscled off that ball. I tell you what, referee's been giving foul for them though. On when we give 50-50 shoulder barge.
I'm not sure about
that. To be honest, I'm not saying I thought it was a foul, but I'm just saying.
No, I agree with you. Is what I'm saying, mate. Consistency. Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that were a foul by Tanganga on Hansen, but it's not. Andre Brooks, have a run at him. They get 3 players out wide, don't they? To cover that, to stop him trying to make a run. It comes back to Harrison Burrows on the left. There's no movement here. It's static. Gus. Now Barry out wide on the left. He plays the ball into the box. Straight to keeper who drops it. Oh! Callum O'Hare tries to stick his foot at it and he just gets a flick away from him. Poor front keeper, weren't it, that?
Now then, there's a few things to say here because we started well and we looked all right for the first 5, maybe pushing 10 minutes. So you've got to think that has been the instruction to the players in terms of how to get at them, how to start the tempo that we set. But it's dropped completely since then, and they have been the better side from 10 minutes.
To be honest, as soon as they've started putting any pressure on us, we've gone into a shell, haven't we? Oh, Burrow's committed. It's straight through his legs. Callum Britton into the box. He plays the ball straight across. Well done, Michael Cooper. Played a ball across 6-yard line. Cooper stretches out and just collects it into his body.
So my point is, Jord, do you blame Selles for that? Or do you blame the players? Because they either... He's not calling from sidelines and sort of making it clear as to what he wants. And they may not know their job. Or they do know their job and they're just not doing it because we started well enough. They seemed to know what they were doing in the attacking phase when we first kicked off.
But then we
did it a mentality thing?
We did it a lot last season, didn't we? If we even did that, if we scored a goal, we went into a shell and just went defensive. We've not even, like I said, we played 5 or 10 minutes here, and it's very, very defensive now.
Yeah,
it's I don't know. It's hard to say, isn't it? I think Sayers is partly to blame with some tactics and sticking with midfield. This midfield 3 that clearly don't work. But then you've got to look at players as well that aren't following instructions, are they?
Cooler King says.
I think it's a bit of both.
Sorry, mate. Go on.
I think it's a bit of both.
Cooler King says first 5 minutes were pretty even, but the blades are all over the place now. Scott says need to sack off Peck. Callum says trust the process. Hyder says until Sayers gets sacked, we'll struggle to get a point. He's the worst manager we have ever had. Wow, that is strong. Simon says hello from Australia. Has there been an offer for Gus? They are in ongoing conversations, Simon. That is how I understand it. In ongoing conversations about it. Wouldn't surprise me at all if he left.
Good. I tell you what, that's great pressing from Andre Brooks.
Well done, son. Keep cutting to Ruben, the analyst, sat at the iPad analysing what's happening. What can he see that no one else can? The football is not working. Inflexible, slow and predictable. Change is needed. I agree. Leo's normally quite balanced as well.
Yeah. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Free up right hand side because Burrows has gone in. Callum Britton, he plays it across the Conway. He just misses it.
That is because of a Binden touch, that I think.
It's so. Can you honestly, and I know I keep going back. Can you see what any style or direction we're heading in here? Because I can't. It's like a team that's been put together like a week back. 6 of these players have played together all season last season. There's just nothing there. There's nothing about them. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah. The quality in this team is there. It says he has to go, says Blades 375. Roto says, for your information, the clock isn't spot on. It's about 6 seconds behind for me, for what I can see on the TV, Roto. So I understand that. That's fair. And you might get it slightly different, delayed to even that because of the time the stream takes to beam to your device or wherever you're watching it on as well. So it might be slightly different, but only a matter of seconds, I think. Sheila says, are we interested in the Spurs player that was at Leeds last season? You mean Manor Solomon? From what I understand, yes, we are interested. Whether a move happens or not, no idea. It will split opinion. Oh, Brooks, that's a terrible touch.
Good defending from Ben Godfrey. Is it? Referee's not even give a foul.
I thought he had to give a foul there. Well done, Binden. Well done, Binden. Needed that.
Look, I mean, but we were talking about Tyrese Campbell looking injured. Look at Scraps is feeding off there. They're playing a long ball up to him and it goes out for a throw. It's just we've got no attacking style whatsoever. It's today all it's been is either get ball out to Brooks or get ball out to Barrett and just let him have a run, and then no one follows it.
So bad. Carl says, hi, Jimmy Lee's funny. Your team looks unrecognisable from last year. You look so easy to play through. Need some steel in that midfield. Hope your season turns around. Thank you, pal. Me too.
I already want half-time whistle, mate. It's 5 minutes to go plus injury.
I know.
I'm thinking just blow that whistle.
R&D straight in at left back for QPR, says Matty. Interesting.
Silvera into the box, attacking Ben Godfrey, plays it in outside his foot. It's cleared by Peck.
It's all Boro this.
We are playing, to be honest though, do you know like when you go through the season, you're like 15, 20 games in, and you see a team that's bottom at league and they're playing someone that's top at league, and you see the pattern of play now, it's how it's all going. Sayers has just got booked as well now. So crumbling, absolutely crumbling. But yeah, this is like with 3 league games into the season, and it looks like a top at team, a second place team at league playing a bottom at league team. It stinks.
Jake says it's obvious how different Boro play to us. They use the middle of the park and drive the ball forward around us. Meanwhile, we're stuck playing it to the isolated winger who inevitably loses possession. Absolutely right. No plan. No plan. And to be honest, I started the stream fairly positive on Sayers, and I'm going to try and continue that way. Callum Moore picks it up into the box. It's Tyrese Campbell. It's got to be. Oh my God.
What are you just shoot straight away? Why is he having to take 5 and 6?
No
touches?
confidence. No confidence.
That is the best chance you will get ever.
If that's Tom Cannon, he is getting pelters.
I think it's a bad ball from away. He plays it behind him and he has to then take a touch and defender gets back and blocks shot. Gosema now. Oh, it's awful.
Oh, the plan's working. Jacob says, daughter's 3rd birthday. Hopefully Blades bring us 3 points back up the Blades. Well, happy 3rd birthday to your daughter, Jacob. Hope she has a lovely day. Forget about the football. I tried to yesterday. 1 or 2 players with bad performances is down to the players. Surely every player playing bad is tactical, says Positive Keith. May as well play 5-0-5 as no effectiveness in our midfield. Not far wrong, mate. Lee says if he scrapes a point today, does that help him keep his job? Are we better losing to get him out? You can never want your team to lose, Lee. I know it's for the bigger picture that you're suggesting it, but no, I'd rather we drew and then he got the international break to try and sort something out here.
I'd rather we win every game.
Oh, absolutely, mate.
Win every game and he stayed in charge. I want him to be successful, but I just
absolutely,
I don't think it's going to happen. I just can't. At the moment, I can't see it. Good defending, Tanganga.
What a
again.
pass. Well done, Tanganga. 84 Heaney says, and I assume he's a Cov fan, Radoni, not a chance he would leave to join Sheffield United. Already turned down Southampton this window, won't be leaving this window.
I agree. I agree.
Why
would you? Watching this,
why
would you leave Coventry who look excellent at starting?
Correct. I'm just going to say exactly the same.
Don't even look like they know what they're doing.
Luke says, what has happened to Burrows? No word of a lie. It looks absolutely lost out there.
They showed a stat earlier of where all Burrows' attacks are coming from, percentage-wise. And it was 73% down this right-hand side, which is obviously Burrows on left. So they've obviously done their own work that he's got no confidence about in this season, and that's who they want to attack.
Twisting Burrows' blood out there. Paolo says, the players are getting off way too lightly, in my opinion. Sayers takes some of the blame, but every single player has been way off it. I think that's fair as well. 5 hours since we've last scored in the Championship.
Be another 5 hours at this rate.
Danny says, I'm genuinely loath to watch us at the minute. Does nothing but wind me up. Sayers and his coaches need to change or they'll be out the door. Loft says we'll give you 689 and a curly whirly for Hamer. Andrew says if the players we have are not geared up for this formation, it's crying out for a 4-2-3-1 with Peck and Samari as the holding midfielders.
Right, Brooks attacking Silvera. He has a shot. I am wide.
4-2. Sorry, that's
we've had a shot. We've had a shot.
For top of the league. That is fair, Callum. That is fair. But in terms of the 4-2-3-1 with Peck and Samari, who drops out then? Is it Hamer or I assume it's O'Hare that drops out unless you're shoving him out to the right wing? I think that's harsh. But you know, is the team greater than the sum of its parts? Maybe. Beast Boy does not rate what Burrows is doing. Maybe we need some competition for Burrows, says Super Jack. James says, I just can't believe what's happening right here. This is not a team.
Tanganga is marking Conway very well. He's looked absolutely a class above anyone in that back line today.
He must be thinking, what on earth have I done?
I know. He's just solid.
JT, it's demoralising to watch. I hope it means the game and not the stream, but I agree.
Sorry, mate.
Justin says, I know he's an academy lad, but it's so obvious Brooks isn't at the level. I think he started well for us, Justin. He's faded, but no one's really, other than Tanganga, like George says, no one's really covering themselves in glory. Cooper, I think, has done well as well. Solid as ever when called upon.
Do you know, like I said, he's done, for me, he's done what he's needed to do. I don't think they've tested him. He's not had to pull off like a worldly saver out like that, you know, to keep us in game. I think they've probably been wasteful with some of their chances, is what I'd say.
Cooler King says, Boro having a lot of joy down the right, but also the left flank and through the middle. The saving graces, they've nothing to show for all their dominance. 1-0 smash and grab is on. It probably is.
I'd take it right now. I'd have took it before game and all.
It probably is.
Right, where's his agency here? We've got a throw in at right hand side. Callum Aware's run to take a quick throw in, and they're all just strolling.
But yeah,
no urgency at all, and then we come backwards anyway.
George, that is so. Not you, mate, but this has to be the worst Sheffield United team I've ever seen. No.
David Weeds were bad enough. Nigel Adkins. Their teams are atrocious.
It might be the most concerning in terms of the talent on the field to the way that they're playing. But wow, if Ings gets the ball there, it's in the net all day long. Campbell is not the same player this season. Here we go then.
He plays it onto edge to City Pate. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, well done. Harrison Burrows, have a shot, kid. Out to Barry. Cuts on his left. Tries to play it across box. Aitlin gets there, blocks. It's a corner.
Tanganga having a right game. What a signing, says Justin. Yeah, absolutely right. Levels us up, doesn't he?
Imagine if he were. Do you know? If he weren't playing here, I'd probably say we'd probably 1 or 2 down. It's just his knowledge and anticipation of where ball's going to come to.
Say again, mate. Ings would have scored, you reckon?
No. I'm saying Tanganga. I said I think if he'd have not been playing, I think these would have scored a couple because his anticipation and his knowledge and his reading at game has been fantastic this first 45.
So easy to play through, says Chris. I'm off to the bar. Fair enough. Corner then, taken by Gus. In swinger.
Oh, Tanganga at back stick?
No, it's a corner.
Great Campbell.
Oh, no, it's not. It's half time.
So we took corner, referee. It's gone out for another corner. And referee's blowing his whistle for half time. Excellent.
We are so by far and away the second best team here.
That's every game though, isn't it?
And this is the concern, Jordan. This is the concern we say, as this is why people keep reverting back to him. Even though it's so soon, it appears as though he doesn't know how to make us play. And it is early, and I'm contradicting myself from before kickoff. So I want to try and keep myself level-headed. But what is changing here? What can we hang on to and say, well, I could see what we were trying to do there, and I can see what he's looking at there with the link up between those players. The City Peck as a holding midfielder, the man who gets booked after 15 minutes for a horrendous tackle, could have been a red, like you said.
Should have been
probably a red. Probably should. It's not his position. He can be reckless in the tackle anyway. We know that. So don't be asking him to win the ball there. It's just we've got a central defensive midfielder on the bench, says Chris. Yeah. Yes, we have.
It's the
Ings and Samari on at half
square
time.
pegs in round holes again, isn't it?
Do
We
you
talked about it all last season, and it's still happening.
And he doesn't help himself because on his post-match interview again from Millwall, when we appeared, people have got it in their minds, as I say, that it was a game of two halves. It wasn't. It was a 70 to 75 minute game, and then a last 15 minutes for Sheffield United. But he openly said in his post-match to Radio Sheffield, I didn't say anything to him at half time. I didn't change anything. They just started playing how I wanted them to play. Well, what hope have we got now then? Because we're not.
What's he going to do? Because we're drawing 0-0 then today. Is he now going to go back into dressing room and not say out again?
This is what I mean.
There's
no faith.
Like, I don't need to say out.
There's no faith that he's going to do what we need him to do now at half time.
He definitely didn't help himself with that comment at all. Like I said before, all I said is I wanted to see an improvement today. There's been an improvement. We haven't conceded. That's the improvement. But a style of play or anything about us, where is the improvement? Because
Paul says if we don't get a result today, then Ruben Selles P45 should be waiting on the reception desk at the lane. Adios. How's Brooks been this game, says Jeff. He started off well. Jeff, he was bright. He was mixing it up a little bit. The major criticism I have of Brooks, and I'm not alone in this, is that I think he's quite one-dimensional as a player. I think he's very predictable, that he always cuts inside onto his left. And I know that's a little bit of how we want to play, because Louis Barry does very similar. But Louis Barry can go either side. I don't think he's been magnificent yet in a United shirt. I think he's shown spurts. Brooks started all right. I think he had a decent opening 15 minutes, couple of nice runs down the right-hand side, cut the ball across. Since then, I think he's faded and not really had much of an impact, to be honest.
I'm just looking at Harrison Burrows. They just show ratings have just come across on the side.
Yeah.
And his rating's 6.5. I have to question that. I think it's probably 6, if not lower. I think he's been very poor, especially defensively wise.
I agree, mate. I agree. Good first 5 minutes. Good for 5 minutes. Terrible for 40, says JT. Surely Peck has to come off at half time, yellow card and struggling. That's the change for me. Get Samari in the middle for Peck. And I even think it's harsh on Samari asking him to be the linchpin. You're isolating one player, asking him to do the job of Vinny Souza, who was above the level, if we're right.
Absolutely sums it up.
Oh dear.
Someone's commented power cut on top of this performance.
Oh yeah, I'm back. We're back, I think, mate. We're back. We should be.
We're definitely on. It's not. Yeah, we're on. We're on.
Apologies, one and all. I had a power cut then, and if I have a power cut, it cuts off the software that we are using, so Jord can't stay on, which is not ideal. So it's a good job it's half time, and we're not missing any of that wall-to-wall Sheffield United action that we've been witnessing. So yes, welcome back to everybody. Let's have a look and see where we are in terms of the comments. Thank you everybody for sticking with us. We have taken a drop, understandably so. Power cut on top of this performance is brutal. You're not kidding? Not kidding. Like the players, you're frozen. Yeah, George, let me know that somebody put that. That's nice. Jimmy's had a power cut. I'll be back soon. Thank you, Jamie Dumpling. What a top boy. Stream's playing as well as United, says Rich. Need to put some more coal in your router. We're wired in. So there's no issue with.
It's not the Wi-Fi for a change.
No. Yeah, I don't wish it was.
We're in Jim's area.
Yeah. Anyway, chuffing power cut. Standard that. But I'd rather it happens at half time. If it's going to happen 100%. While we're on stream, mate, I'd rather it happens then. I'm all for giving a man time, but the first time I'm completely bewildered as to what Sayers thinks he's doing. It's chaos everywhere. The defending is all last-ditch blocks and tackles. Yes, it is. Says, that's from Cooler King, who we always note is not a Blade, he's a Aston Villa fan. I nearly went Birmingham again then, because we were watching Birmingham the other night and he kept commenting. And obviously they're his rivals. So, Dyche, please, says Lee Pitts. I'm not sure Sean Dyche walks into this.
No, I'm not. I mean, Steve Cooper, would he walk into it as well?
I'd have Steve Cooper. It depends, doesn't it? Depends on the sales job, and it depends on the money.
Steve Cooper for me.
Oh no, my TV's just gone off again.
Steve Cooper for me comes in and when he took over Forest, they went bottom 3, I think I remember, and they were awful, like we are. He absolutely turned them around, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Got them into the playoffs, and then they won it, didn't they? So feel like this job is set up perfectly for him. And I'm saying, it's so disrespectful of me to be saying it actually, because Say hasn't even gone.
I know.
It's just
I know.
it's just how I feel.
It don't feel right, does it, to be talking about it? And I want to give him a chance. Great to see you again, Jimmy. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
It don't feel right, sort of talking about another manager when he's had so little time.
Yeah.
I'm just really struggling to see what he offers.
I'm usually one of them. Listen, I'd usually be one of them saying, because it happened under Wilder. It took a long time for Wilder to get. Did he lose his first 3, 4?
Yeah, he did. Lost his first. And people keep reverting back to that and saying, look, this is what happened under Wilder, but there's not many Chris Wilders about, and I know I'm a huge Wilder fan, and you don't just have to use that on him, but there's so few examples of that happening with any manager at any club. It's
just the example that I can give, and I'd usually be all for a manager needs time. You can't just sack him after 4 games, but usually you can see something that the team's got or what they're trying to do. I can't see any of that, and I just can't see any positivity about it. And I don't see the only direction I see us going in at the moment is down. And it's really strong to say that, because where do you see us winning a game?
When you said down, do you mean down in terms of our stature, or do you actually mean down?
No, I don't. I don't think we will go down. I think eventually over the season we'll pick up and stay up. I think
we'll change it if it carries on like this.
And that's the thing. But I just mean like everything that's got built up, the club stature and where we are as a club is taking a massive hit. And under Sayers at well, it's just we're not improving. The Prince sold the club because he said he could not take us any further. Yeah. We needed someone to come in to improve us. Well, it's got worse as it stands.
Will says, I reckon Dyche has got one eye on West Ham, to be honest. Yeah, he'll have his sights higher, to be honest. Scott says, incoming sausage roll. What's your thoughts, George? As a man with many links to the other side of the city.
I don't...
What's your
There's
thoughts?
A lot of, when you listen to James and stuff from Wednesday Till I Die, obviously Pedersen's got a job now, and you can see what the fight and grit and everything that they've got about him. According to a lot of them, he was a big driving force behind.
He was the man behind it.
How Danny Rowe were playing and stuff like that. So if he came in, he's going to need someone behind him again, isn't he? I think because it ties to Wednesday, I don't want him. I'm not saying he's a bad manager at all, but I think we need a bigger name. He's not a big enough name for me. Steve Cooper is who I'd want, personally. That'd be my choice.
Steve Cooper. Where do you stand on the Wilder debate?
Listen, if he came back, he's not going to. But if he came back, I'd love him to come back. I'm always going to want Chris Wilder back. I love the bloke. I think every time, everything he's done for this club has been magnificent. Coming back last season, it was a massive job, and we just missed out in playoff final. I'd love him back, but he's not going to come back. So I'm completely steering away from that. I just don't. I can't see COH saying, "Oh, we've sacked you, but yeah, we want you back now." Does Wilder want to come back?
It won't happen, and we will.
I'm steering clear of that because I think, as much as I don't want to, we have to move on from him.
We will stop talking about it because I agree. Graham says the big mistake was letting Wilder go. I'll bring him back. He is Mr. Sheffield United. I think we have to move on from that.
We can't just live off of Chris Wilder.
I know.
We have to move on.
It just seems too simple to go back and get him, and I think it is the answer. But there will be other answers as well, which a lot of people have said. Steve Cooper coming in could make a real difference for us, for example. There's other managers as well. It doesn't have to be, a Steve Cooper, a Gary O'Neill. There will be people that can come in and make a difference. Could be worse, lads. I'm a Brum fan, and we got beat 2-0 yesterday. Leicester had only 2 shots on goal and scored.
I'd rather be in your position.
Yeah, I think your club's on quite the upward trajectory, pal. But fair play, enjoy it. Philippe says Mourinho's available. He certainly is. Yeah, Doug says he has to make changes. Brooks and Campbell surely have to come off. Brooks and Campbell, that would surely be Chong and Ings, wouldn't it?
Do you know what? Oh, in fact, that's what I was going to say to you before the stream cut off. You were talking about the subs that you'd make. I'd be switching to the central back 3. I'd be having Bindon, Tanganga, and Godfrey. I'd be having Sariki at right back, and then sort mess out in front. I just think we need to switch to that like back 3, back 5 sort of thing now, and potentially put 2 up top as well, because I'd probably have Ings and Campbell up top together. Probably Louis Barry would probably come off, or well, it'd be Barry or Brooks, wouldn't it? Because how are you going to fit them into a midfield like 3 unless you're playing a 3-4-3? If we're doing like a 3-5-2, what we used to play.
3-4-1-2.
Or we could do that, yeah.
Oh,
But then
Cooper
you're
in
going to
now,
have
says David.
Sariki and Burrows are going to be the part of that 4, aren't they?
Boro
you're
making
gonna need
2
central
changes.
midfielders.
Naipan and Target coming on for Silvera and Hansen. Interesting from Boro.
I didn't think that Hansen were doing that bad.
No, I didn't.
Like we're creating a
Silvera were causing some problems as well.
that left, yeah.
Unfortunately, Cooper is working for the FA, and I can't see him leaving that role. We have to be realistic
That's
in our
true.
targets. Go get Jose Mourinho.
I forgot about him working for FA, but that's the type of manager I'd want.
At least, as I like to think, I'm level-headed about all things Blades. But something has to happen for us very quickly. I'm not one for sacking managers early, but Sayers is the exception. How long is too long?
See how this second half goes, eh? Hopefully we can get an improvement. I doubt it, but let's see. Oh, come on, Blades.
You would definitely need a bigger, more established name than role. There's always a risk in changing managers, but there are degrees. Dyche and Scott are lesser risks than the likes of Roll. Scott, do you mean Alec?
Alex Scott. What are you going to say then?
No. What's the? Anyway, I don't.
I
What do you mean?
can't think of a manager called Scott, and that might just my mind going completely blank. Here come Middlesbrough.
Target.
Crossed into the box.
Loads of room.
Back stick. No one marking. Straight into the 6-yard box. Bindon clears it up in air.
Come on, United.
Oh, it will come on for Silvera. I missed it.
It was
Number 3.
the Naipan.
Is that his name?
It were Naipan and Matt Target that came on.
Oh, it's Target then. Target's there. Number
Target's
3.
down left hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simon says it's crying out for 3-5-2 with either Gus or Callum O'Hare. So not both. Yeah, in the 10, I assume he means. Players have got no confidence, says Daz. Pete says, what's happened to Burrows? Barry and Gus ahead of him. He looks lost when they should stay back, not be in front of Bindon.
Great defending again. Jafet Tanganga. Well
Yeah,
done.
well.
Knock it past him up left hand side, and he just shields ball out. Great reading it game.
Get Ange in, says Jack Blade.
No thanks.
Ange, and he just he were rumoured with Forest job and has distanced himself. So I'm sure Sheffield United can make a play.
There's a reason why I don't want him.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, with your links north of the border. Bring him back, says Andrew. I know it's not going to happen, but we've really done ourselves dirty this year. Go get Mark Robbins. Throw as much money as you need to get him.
He's not going to leave them for us.
Stoke.
Oh, do you know? Honestly, my mind is that thinking peed off for United. Is it Stoke? I'm still thinking Coventry, even though they've got Frank Lampard.
Jim says England Lioness. Alex Scott for manager. Who was the Scott, Cooler King? Who's the Scott you're talking about? I can't think.
Would you take Alex Scott right now?
No changes. Not seen the need to say or change anything again, says Joe.
Not
Joe, who's not normally as vocal as this. It's riling some of our more placid Blades, I would say.
And that's I think it got thinking in Plat chat, didn't it? People want him gone, but you know they still wanting to do well. But I think that, like you said, the more placid ones are going to start getting frustrated soon with it. And then it's once you lose it, it's hard to get it back, isn't it?
Cooper, Dyche or Cooper, he meant going for a lie down. No worries. Been watching Sheffield United too long, Cooler King. You need to lie down.
Steve Bracknell in.
Steve Bracknell. I don't think he'd come, to be honest. Right. I think I'm about caught up. Wayne says he'd rather have Sam Allardyce than Sayers. Peck's going to get sent off, says Andrew. We are dicing with a really tricky situation. No change again. Come on, Sayers. Time for a change, says Kim. Thank you for your earlier comment, Kim. I did see it as well. The team who have done well this season make changes at half time will drive them on to win. And the team with no plan, no points, nothing, a big zero changes. Absolutely mind-boggling stuff, says Jake.
Well said.
Well said. Being interesting.
How long
90
do
after
you,
90.
Another 5 minutes. And if no changes, he's got to make the subs. Tanganga's got it. He just knocks it across the binding. Surely he's going to go to Cooper. He's just stood with but look at this.
Why are we standing
1,
so
2, 3,
still?
4, 5.
So
There's
no
6
idea, no plan, no nothing.
6 Boro players. There's 6
We're
Boro
just
players
standing
forward.
still. I know he's trying to entice him onto him, but what were that about?
He literally stood on ball for 30 seconds then.
Absolutely incredible.
Crazy. Look, a long ball up to Tyrese Campbell and Ayling just wins it. Give him a chance.
And now
What do you expect him to
they
do
win
with
it
a
in the
long
middle
ball?
again. Out wide to Target, who's got loads of room.
Oh, Whittaker takes it past.
Whittaker does well. It's a free kick. Oh, no, he
No,
don't
it's
give
not
it.
here. He knocked it past Godfrey, didn't he?
I thought it were a free kick, that.
I think he was looking for it because we're never going to get to the ball once it had gone through. Burrows does well, turns his man, has to come back to City Peck, knocks it across to Tanganga, right centre back into Ben Godfrey, plays it into Brooks, who then comes backwards, back into his own half with Tanganga, lays it off for Brooks. Brooks is coming centrally. He's looking for movement and everyone stood still. This is a joke. We can, like I said, we can question Sayers, right? But you've got to question players' mentality here. Just stood still looking at each other, expecting something to happen. Move. Do something.
You look at the talent we've got on the pitch. And
Well done, Tanganga.
it's not great for a stream when you're speechless, is it? But I don't know who's to blame, in all honesty. Do you blame the players? You have to blame the manager because the setup can't be right.
That, but players have a lot of saying if they want a manager gone, right? And I'm not saying that, but it stinks of it. It stinks of we're not going to do anything. We don't want to do anything until you leave, and then they'll start playing again. It absolutely stinks of it.
I'd normally agree, but they're said to be happy. A lot of them.
Yeah, but Jim, you don't become this bad overnight.
No, what I'm thinking is they probably just don't know what the plan is. Rather than doing it I don't think there's any. We're going to down tools or anything like that.
For me, it just feels like they don't like what's going off, and the more I think that it's like we don't want to play for it. It just feels like that for me. I've seen it so many, you see it so many times where players don't play for managers, and they're better than this. They are better talented players than what they are showing on the pitch now.
If he makes changes on the predictable 60 to 70 minute mark, then I'll be fuming. He has to be braver than that.
Thing is, well, though, when he makes his subs, they're just going to be like for like. I honestly don't know what, unless for me it needs a change of formation to try something different. We've played this now for 5 games and it don't work.
Simon says the power cut were more fun than this.
It's a free kick to United. Gus takes it. Back stick. Shock Middlesbrough win it and clear it.
We'll be lucky if we can get out of this with 0-0, to be honest.
I'd take it. I'd just get a point on board.
Burrows with a nice ball out to Louis Barry. We've got 2 men on him. Does well to get it.
It's cleared, but unlucky. Get Burrows. It's a poor ball back.
It is Burrows a poor ball.
That's a corner, ref. Well done. Well done. Look at Ayling. Completed. You 100% touched that, mate.
Wayne agrees with you, George. George. That's because I'm tired. I didn't sleep very well last night. Do they want this manager in charge? Tom says it's the players. Players are the only ones who can take the game on and win it. Desire, passion, work ethic, drive. There's nothing. Like George, I wouldn't take Wilder back. The next suggestion is play and set up a back 5 Wilder ball. I'm saying bring back the king. Won't take while they're back. Then next suggestion is... All right, okay. Sorry.
Oh! It's a lot wider than you think that, but
Yeah, it is.
it's
But
an
Tanganga wins the header in the box.
Tanganga gets to it, and it's a glancing header, isn't it? Yeah, plays it onto the 6-yard box, and it's 6 yard, and it's a free header. Look, well, it's not. Sorry, Dale Fry just jumped, but the man who originally had Tanganga didn't pick him up.
Oh, hey up.
United again. Brooks, it's a poor ball from
Campbell.
It's a 10-yard pass, man. Wow.
Campbell.
Wow, look who's coming on.
Oh. I hope he does well, but it's a lot of pressure to put on a young lad. Ryan O'Neill is getting warmed up, ready to come on.
You'd have expected Chong of our O'Neill.
You'd have expected Danny Ings if we're replacing striker.
I think it's going to be Barry. I think it's either Barry or Brooks is going to. I'm telling you, it's just
it will be.
It will be. And he's going to be playing out wide because he played him out wide, didn't he, in pre-season?
But how do you see Ryan O'Neill impacting this game out on the wing? He's not going to, is he? How does anybody see that is the change? Honestly, it's beyond me.
I mean, I said I'll give him to 55 minutes and he needs to make a change. He's doing that. And people are going to think, bloody hell, you asked for a change at 55 minutes, he's going to do it. But it's the changes that he makes and that he can make.
You guys deserve better than this manager. He's like Rooney was for us, says Chuzza. GT says, where's this high-tempo pace and press we thought we would be getting? Nowhere. Bindon stood on ball for 30 seconds. Is that high-tempo, high-press, vertical football? Sayers has obviously lost the dressing room. He has to go. I'm not sure he has. I just don't think they know what he wants. Vertical football looks horizontal. What are we doing? I don't understand why the players' touches are like a bowling ball. It's being blasted at them. Yeah, it is.
Thing is, we
were like this last year.
How long do we give? How long do you give? It's if they don't understand his style of football and he's not willing to change it. How long do you give them? Because it's going to be like this every game.
Yeah, it is. He has just danced around our defence.
Oh, Morgan
Campbell
box cuts onto his right foot, plays it across. United edit. Don't clear it. Gus clears it out for a corner though. Oh.
Awful.
I apologise if I'm all negative. I really, really do. But I am.
George, we're calling it as we see it, pal.
So
that's what we've got to do. Psycho says this guy has to go. Boro sussed out our one-dimensional game plan of waiting for the Boro player to come close. Same as Man U manager, square pegs, round holes. No passion, says Jack Blade. This is how we played all last year.
Right, get on. Let's have a quick attack here. Look at commitment from Middlesbrough. Every single player getting back. That is commitment, and then they get a foul.
How have they got a foul there?
United probably had 2 or 3 players attacking there, right? No commitment to get a counter attack at all. Boro's seen what were happening. They get 5 or 6 players. You just see them absolutely pelting to get back.
It's a really good interception from Godfrey. That's never a foul. It's never a foul in all this world.
He's taking off Barry, I think.
Yeah, he is. Barry Ferrone.
Told you it'd be a straight swap.
Players' body language is so negative, they look confused and disinterested. It's a Scottish player.
I know I can't fault United fans here because they keep turning, panning back to him. And it looks like they're singing their hearts out. And it's a shame that they're not seeing anything on pitch to warrant it.
Matty says, not sure what you're both seeing here. We've come out second half and calmly controlled the game. Why are we criticising Sayers' half-time lack of changes when not one of us knows what's being said? You can only go off what he said, Matty, and you're entitled to have this perspective, by the way. Last time he came out in an interview and said he didn't say anything to the players to change anything when we were playing so poorly, and we came out again and played poorly for another 30 minutes after that. And then we changed it and turned it on. So I don't know what changed within those last 15 minutes, but we'll look better against Millwall in those moments. Millwall, who were already winning, by the way, and should have been 2-0 up at that point. And in terms of what you're seeing second half, I don't see us as controlling anything on this field. Jordan, am I missing something?
No, I agree. I mean, I'm obviously going to agree as well because it's what we've been saying. I'm not going to just change my mind now because the comments come in. It's just the setup, everything's the same as what it were in the first half. I don't see anything that's changed. I don't see You might be right in saying that I don't think Middlesbrough have stepped it up, but I don't see us controlling the game either. And
Yeah,
I
there
think
might not have been as clear cut a chance or something. Maybe if that's what you're talking for Boro yet. And I do say yet because they will come on to us again like they did first half. Here they come, Matt Target. Burrows, it skims off. He tries to clear it and it spins away from him. He now gets a second chance.
All we're doing when we get ball is just oofing it long and letting Boro come straight back at us.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think Boro have controlled it possession wise. I think, as in creativity wise, I don't think they've created that. Like
they'll be disappointed not. They'll be disappointed not to be in front though, won't they?
Yeah. Their fans will probably be sat there thinking, "This is a poor Sheffield United team."
Ida says the board welcomes sacking Tanganga then appointing a terrible manager and selling our best players. Only Tanganga and Barry are good signings. The rest are average. Only a Nell has been replaced. I'd argue Ben Godfrey's a good signing. If Solomon comes in, I think that's a really strong signing. Tanganga's a level up.
I don't want to I think defensively we have been better today. That back
City
line
trying to win a free kick.
looks a lot better. But
Beast Boy agrees with Matty though. To be fair, much better by us. I haven't seen that, but that's other people's way of seeing it. Blade says depressing, useless, lacking organisation, belief, passion, no confidence. Say us out. Corner from Boro, cleared by Campbell, I think. So we've got One and Brooks on the same side of the field, the right-hand side. One has just manhandled the Boro player.
Brooks,
Go on then.
Look how many players they've got back again.
Go on then. Cuts onto his left. Doesn't shoot. Chops. Wants a free kick, but they've just crowded him out. There's too many bodies. Not enough Blades bodies up.
Tackle. This could be a red.
Gus Amer. With his standard yellow card offence.
It's similar to City tackle that. They're just poor.
Chris says, not saying Says is the answer, but please, Jimmy, take off the wilder glasses. Crikey, move on. Two things. I can't move on because I completely disagree with the decision, Chris. But I can move on in terms of we don't have to keep going over the same thing because I agree it's not happening. My stance on it is it should never have happened. But I agree. We're making more of an effort to sort of not talk about it because it don't help anything, even though it's staring you in the face that was the huge error that this board have made this summer. Should have gone for Edwards, says Chris. You and George seem to be coming round to mine and many others' way of thinking. He has to be moved on. There is no time like the present. If you Gus and we're 50-50 about going, I think this makes my mind up without assurances.
I think if he's going, Leeds come knocking. A Premier League team, he wants to prove himself up at top. He's going to go anyway. Even if we were playing well, he'd be going. One, he'd be probably doubling his wages, and two, he's playing Premier League football.
I love this comment, to be honest, from Matty. He says, we're keeping an informed Boro team at arm's length and creating a couple of chances. I don't think today's too bad in isolation. The negativity from previous results is bleeding into perspective, I think. You may well be absolutely bang on. You might be bang on there, Matty. Don't mind that at all.
Ball in behind, Conway into the box. It's 1-0.
Pass. Unbelievable pass that from that target.
I didn't see it, to be honest. I'm looking at comment. And that's where I think it's game over. Do you know what the worst thing were about that is? Mrs. Motson has just come in. She's leaving to go to the pig match. And the last comment were, which we always say every time we see, when we go to matches, I hope you lose. She's just left door, shut door, and they've scored. You couldn't write it. So it's Conway's got in between Tanganga and Bindon. Ball's played straight in behind. He takes one touch into the box onto his left foot, straight across Cooper. 1-0. It's not good, is it? Simple as. Not good enough. And like I said, Matty, I appreciate Matty's comment before, but when we're just, you're going, we're containing a Middlesbrough team who's in form, but we're a team that wants to be up there at top of the league.
I know.
We shouldn't just be containing them. We're not even putting anything on them. We're creating very limited chances every game. So as soon as a team goes 1-0 in front, you think, well, that's it, we're done. Because we don't create enough. We're hoping to get a point out of games, not 3.
Rob says, hold on, lads. You've been asking for... Well, this before the goal, to be fair. I don't want to sort of... it might have been, actually. Hold on, lads. You've been asking for changes to solidify the defence. Yeah, as a starting point when things aren't going well. Well, this is a starting point. Let's build some confidence first. You're right. And I know this was just before the goal, and it's not me pulling it up now is not digging you out at all. I agree with what your sentiment is there. We have asked for improvements to the defence, and we've definitely got improvements to the defence. This is, to be fair, Rob, this is essentially what we're saying. He's now got the players to have a real go at this league. So you have to start looking at how the manager can get the best out of these players, because that is his job. That is his job now. And yes, it might be a bit early because he's only just started to solidify his team and sort of get the players in for his way. So it might be a bit early. But we have definitely got him the tools now. Excuse me. I don't think that works anymore. That. Excuse me. Let's have a look. He says it's not what any of us want to see, but if we manage a draw here, you can't say he hasn't done a good job of improving things. And then, Cal Fowler's mother-in-law, I hope Kaz, says goal. No surprise with that, says Tom. 1-0. No and wow. That's it, game over, says Ray.
Top Tony. He's got no one helping him.
We just look so toothless. We look so easy to get through.
There is a lack of, honestly, there is a lack of commitment from players, 100% for me. Because that ball went up at top Tony then, and you should have players bombing forward to try and help him out, and they just stood 50 yards away from him.
We've been second best again, haven't we? Though this is the really concerning thing. And Boro are a good side, toughest side we've faced this season. I think it's probably fair to say. We
have improved defensively, and I know they've just scored, but I said before we looked better at the back today. It was a great ball through to Conway, and they've took the chance that they've got, but we haven't improved going forward at all.
Scott says Sayers out. Matt says bye bye Hamer, bye bye Sayers. Sorry, get him gone now, says Wayne. Brett says I don't get anyone who calls this attacking football. Every corner or free kick the other team has, everyone behind the ball and no way to release it, just lumped back in.
Get out long throw in Jaff. Jaffy long throw.
Beast boy goes strong. We say, get out of my club. Behind again. Can we pull anything out of the bag, says Kim. You wouldn't, if you were a betting man or woman, you wouldn't. Jimmy, your silence said it all. Tom Cannon looks like he's getting ready to come on, and as Boro makes some changes. Lee says, Jim, what's the channel MVP have to say about the current situation we find ourselves in? Any chance of an ATB update? We'll be getting him on over international break, pal. We'll be having a talking sense with Andy the Blade. So, yeah, we'll let you know what he's saying. To be honest, I haven't spoken to him. Not properly. He rang me today while I were out. I'll probably have a catch up with him after this. Well, after 90, which is directly after this.
Is this their new signing that's just come on? Kelly Sen,
yeah, on for Tommy Conway.
Tom Cannon. What was he? It's got to be Campbell, and it was took off now. Yeah, Tom Cannon. So what's that say for Danny Ings?
Sack him. It's not Blades, says Pete.
Ghost ball into the box. I think it misses everyone. Offside anyway. Goal. Offside. Free kick.
Clint Kamara says Sellers out. Thank God we didn't start on -2 this season, says Jared. League One incoming.
Well, let's start on -2. We're probably on about -12 as it stands.
Cooler King says, to be honest, it's been coming since the 6th minute. Yeah, it has.
Brooks into the box. Cannon gets it. Goes down. You're never going to get a penalty. Get up, you absolutely need a swore then. Wet lettuce.
Deary me, not good, says Raw Toast.
Here comes Senny. He's attacking into the box.
Oh, he's quick, him.
Ball to the back stick. No one there.
Auto's definitely dead, says Raw Toast. Yeah. Yeah, I think they are dead and buried. Brett says, so 5. Look, there's 20 over 20 minutes to go in game, and Brett, who is normally very positive, has already written the game off as 5 games and 5 losses. We've just kicked it completely out of play. Is that so he can get treatment? Godfrey, who's now down. New signing, Ben Godfrey, goes down. Brilliant.
He's holding his thigh as well, I think.
15 minutes of positives out of all the game. He needs to go. This system does not give consistent points. We need a manager who is used to challenging.
Hold on, he's doing a Ruben Hammer in here. He's writing something that that's just about as good as his playing with magnets. What can you write down?
King Tut says, let's be real, sacking a manager who got you 90 points is a mistake. To be fair, King Tut, I could go on about it for days, but I have already talked about it a lot on the channel. I find it hard not to because I cannot get my head around it. But we've made the decision and we need to move on. So it's not going to be Chris Wilder. The question is it going to be Ruben Selles? Because on this evidence, and it might be small improvements, but we've also significantly leveled up the team. So it's so dejecting. No desire from the players, says Happy Acres Gardening. Not very happy acres at the minute. What's the plan now? We're losing, says Chris. See the game out and hopefully just keep it to 1, I think, will be the plan. You know, you'd hope that we'd go for an equaliser or maybe even nick one in front, but I think it'll just be a case of try and ride the storm. We might get a flurry in the last 10 minutes and then people say we're a game of 2 halves. No.
I think Danny Ings is coming on. I've just seen a number 9 shirt getting handed out.
Got to go today, says George. Haven't shown anything. Paul says, is it a fly in the ointment or perhaps a rotten apple in the barrel? No, it's a Spaniard in the works. Get shut now. Tom Cannon, great. Like Tom Cannon is going to do it for us.
Chong's coming on as well. I think that's
Tom Cannon garbage, says Lawrence.
Danny Ings. I saw Danny Ings getting ready.
Tahith Chong,
yeah,
new signing from Luton Town. Danny Ings also getting ready. So we're definitely going to have to go 2 up top unless he pushes
but it's
Tom Cannon out to right.
Cannon comes on for 2 minutes, plays in his natural position, and then gets shoved out. Well done, Tanganga. Did well there. Oh, Burrows,
Tanganga did really well there. Burrows. Gage says, in response to the Cannon comments, you could put Prime Ronaldo in this team and he's not getting a chance.
Probably you're right.
League One, lads, says MW. It's not attacking, it's lacking football, says Gary. Daz says, I'm all for getting behind new managers and giving them time, but he's had about 10 games, including pre-season. There should be a visible improvement, or at least signs they're learning the style.
Burrows across goal. There's no one there. Absolutely no one there. And I think he's having a go at Cannon for saying, you know, your position. Watch, Cannon runs. He just sort of sits on penalty spot, doesn't he?
Cannon's got to be in there. Cannon has got to be in there as the number 9. The point of the attack, he has to, and I'm a Cannon
I don't think he
backer.
gets there personally. That ball's fired that far across. I don't think it'd have got there anyway. But I know what you mean. He should be further in.
Did you see that? Oh, we're warming up.
No, go on.
It's Chong, Ings, and McCallum. Sayers out now, says J Remix. Cannon mate, call it a day, says Match Betting Club. Agreed, Jack. Agreed, mate. Will says we've scored 1 goal in the league all season. There's your problem right there.
Shout out to Leanne's best mate, Kirsty, and a fella for watching this, tuning in to watch us moan about United. Could be worse. We could be Wednesday.
Are they Wednesday nights?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Poppy Gamer Girl says, don't want to make you feel bad. Well, when a sentence starts like that, you clearly do. But it took it till January the 1st for you to lose 4 games last season. Thanks, Poppy Gamer Girl. Thank you very much.
We'd not conceded many goals either at this point last season, had we? Cooper must be absolutely fuming with what he sees in front of him. And even though it's a more improved defence now.
Alfie says Brooks looks good. If only had a right foot. As a Leeds fan, love your content. Genuinely hope you guys turn this around. Not sure about Hamer. Thank you, mate. Hamer's an absolute genius on his day. It's just not often enough. Which is why he's in the Championship at the minute. Cal Fowler's mother-in-law says, I hope he was writing his resignation letter. Don't think so, Cos. Don't think so. Needs a new chip butty, says Larry. 72 minutes in. Well, we're nearly 76 and still no shots on target. So toothless up front, says Kookaburra.
Oh, that's awful.
Could play 180 minutes and still
Why
not score.
Can't we even, do you know, something touch it? You know, when a simple pass has been played into us today, we've got toucher and elephant. It's the basics.
It's like a practice game for Boro.
Easily past Binden. Jesus Christ.
What has happened to us? What?
Oh, ball across box goes nowhere.
It's worse, this result, if Tanganga's not on field. They've again said it was Tanganga that cleared that.
Yeah, it were.
Matthew says, I think we needed a change when we brought him in, but equally we have to recognise he's not the right man and we have to act now.
Subs, he's taking off Godfrey and putting McCallum. Does that mean is that a straight swap? McCallum going to right back when you've got Sariki on bench? We can defend. People can defend him as much as you want, but that is ridiculous. You've got a right back on bench.
Godfrey looks like he's been struggling with injury.
For the right back.
He looks like he's been struggling with injury, doesn't he? So I understand the need to bring Godfrey off. But like you're saying, Jord, with a right back on the bench.
It's talking to Burrows, so I don't. There's got to be some sort of formation change.
Brooks off for Ings.
It's going to be hurting him as well because he's a blade. Brooks, you know, he just looks so dejected walking past. I just had a message. I'm not going to read out exactly. This clueless has to go.
Yeah. I'm getting a few myself, mate, I'll be honest. What? Did you hear that? Oh, no, you haven't got the thingy on.
No, sorry.
So, I think it's Andy Hinchcliffe who suggested we might go to a back three with Burrows, Binden and Tanganga. McCallum as the left wing back and Ryan One as the right wing back. That's what he just said. Whether that actually happens or not, I don't know.
Well, who's taking this throwing that right hand side? Look, Ryan One. That a bit right back, wasn't it, at the moment?
Mate, as John McEnroe once said, you cannot be serious.
Ryan One is playing right wing back. We've gone to a back three. Tanganga, Binden and Burrows are the centre backs. Ryan One is at right wing back. I mean, make of that what you want, because
Ryan O'Neill, centre forward, who's been playing left forward.
absolutely clueless.
Jod, it's inexcusable, Jod.
It's a sackable offence. That, I'm sorry, and it might be that might be me reacting, but I'm sorry. Since when has Ryan O'Neill been a right wing back? The kid's never played there in his life.
Right.
Especially when you've got Sariki.
It's an outrageous.
Honestly, I'm lost for words at this point.
We started off quite calm, didn't we?
Yeah,
I thought we did all right.
I'm close to seeing red. I'll put it that way.
Can we keep it to 1? I think is probably the question.
$10 minutes to try and do something. I'm absolutely lost for words. I'm absolutely just lost for words. I've no words for it.
Well, my thumbnail's done already, I think.
Sam McCallum with a long throw in. Dale Fry heads it straight away. And now we're going to go way back to keeper, I bet. Chong plays a bad ball, essentially. Middlesbrough come away with it.
Oh, dear me.
Well done, Danny Ings.
Sean says the quicker we get rid of Sayers' ball, the better will be. I'd rather have Warnock than this.
Gus plays an awful ball. Well, I mean, McCallum gets to it. He's done well.
This is so bad.
Burrows, ball into the box. It's an up to absolute no one. Ayling just picks it up and clears
mops it up easily. Mate, it's outrageous, isn't it?
He's got to go for me. People can. I know a lot of people are saying he's got to go, and people can slag me down as much if they want. That's fine. I can take it. I'm a big boy. But in my opinion,
can you?
I've seen enough.
Can you read that comment, mate?
Fans singing about Wilder. I mean,
and that one.
Yeah. Can you hear the fans? Andrew says, "Can you hear the fans singing for Wilder and nil?" It says it all, doesn't it? And yeah, it should have never happened. We said that at the start, but hold on, Danny Ings has a shot. Oh, just goes wide. I don't know if it took a deflection. I think it did. But yeah, it says it all out. Everyone's feeling, doesn't it? That the fans that have paid their hard-earned money to go there today are now singing the names of his former manager and assistant manager.
Didn't Danny Ings train with Boro before he came to United? I'm sure he did. I'm sure they took a look at him.
I'm not sure.
Be interesting, wouldn't it? Love you, Jimbo, says Tom. Thanks, mate. Harrison
Burrows to take it. It's left-footed foot right-hand side. It's going to be an in-swinger. Everyone's in and around 6-yard box. It's an in-swinger. You could read that like a book.
Of course you could. You watched him, you could see him come out of the crowd.
Pathetic.
You've got to nail the right manager, guys, and you've got it wrong. Leeds. I'm still addicted to the Ramble, though. Thanks.
Here we go. In behind.
Oh, they are and all.
Cuts back onto his left. Oh, it's going to be 2-0. I don't know what they were doing. I think it was Whittaker.
They've completely wasted that.
That should have been 2-0, that. Tanganga's now got cramp. Just stretching. He was stretching his calf out there. Oh, it's an awful ball from Chong. Wins it back.
Oh, my word, Chong.
I can tell he's not played for about 5 months.
Mr. V, thank you for the super chat, mate. Always here to support us. Completely unnecessary, but I really do appreciate it. Say us out now before this season is a write-off. This is very, very poor. Mr. V, who's normally patient with managers and the team and tries to be positive and look for shoots of optimism. When you get in people, like I was saying, the more placid, that's probably a wrong term that I used earlier, but the more positive blades who don't feel the need to sort of speak up and say something because they just like to enjoy and stuff like that. There's loads of names that we know from the Ramble and we know as subscribers, but very rarely comment, that are all coming in and saying, no, we need to change it. It's not on. It's not happening. Mogger says 14 minutes left of Sayers ball and it's over. Do we think that's right, George?
I don't think they will. I just can't see it. I think they're going to give him more time.
Be Smart Investing says Farker will be out of a job later tonight. Good championship manager? No, he won't. Not a chance. Neo King Fairy says at least you know he has experience in this this year's relegation fight. Oh.
It's just showing you a goal again. It's a right ball from Matt Target.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
For a through ball. That's won the game, that pass.
Yeah.
So a game-changing substitution from Rob Edwards, you could say.
Yep. And our game-changing substitutions put in Ryan Oney at right back.
Justin's just said same. I'm done with this experiment. He's put Oney at right wing back. Callum, I love your optimism. Might have seen something in training. Love your optimism, pal.
Yeah, do you know what he saw? He had a blindfold on.
Has he lost the plot? Yeah.
So back of his eyelids, that's what he's seen.
0 goals again, or shots. Clearly things are not working.
Well, look at that. We're 85 minutes. We've had 5 shots, none on target.
George, one that will resonate with you, pal, from Jimmy Foster. Oh, hang on, that's George. I think Sayers is purposely trying to get sacked at this point. Absolutely appalling. James Foster says, get this bloke out of our club, the Spanish Russell Martin, full of utter rubbish.
Could it really get much worse for me? I follow Rangers, and the manager's an absolute joke. And I follow Sheffield United, and that manager's an absolute joke at the same time. Football's brilliant, isn't it?
Brilliant. Bielsa Lorna says, I think he needs time to get his tactics across. What are his tactics, though, Bielsa? If I could see what he was trying to do, then I wouldn't be against giving him time to make it work. But there's nothing.
Do you know what I don't understand is during pre-season, I could actually see what we were trying to do. We were playing high press, and you could see football that we were trying to play. Yeah, warranted it was against a lower league opposition. Sorry, they're in again. Tanganga comes across on his left foot. Oh, what a block that is from Tanganga.
Well done. Where's more bodies here? We need more bodies back. There were Bindon behind him, or were it Gus? But that were it. Where are the bodies? You'll compare that to what George was talking about earlier with the Middlesbrough pulling everybody back to try and put their bodies online. Look where are our defenders here racing to get back.
10 seconds it took for City Peck to even get it box to come, but they're nowhere to be seen. There's no commitment. No. Tanganga has been our man at match by a country mile. We
are 1-0 down here. We should be the ones in the ascendancy trying everything we can to pepper their goal and get the point, save the game. But it's them. It's them catching us again.
Yeah. Maybe it's probably because we probably have committed more men forward, and that's why there were no one back then. I get it. But like I said, all through the game, when they push their men forward and they've had one at back, 5 or 6 players have had that commitment and they've sprinted to get back. You couldn't say that about United then.
Never seen us this bad in a long time, says Darren. David says that.
Tyler Bindon's not the answer either. They're in again. It's 2-on-1.
2-on-1 here against Tanganga.
Oh, well done, Tanganga. He's on his arse. He's absolutely on his arse.
He's blowing, isn't it? He's absolutely blowing.
That's down, look. It's probably not
2-on-1.
Much work in 4 games for Millwall because they're organised.
This is awful. Still no shot on goal. Oh, yeah, Ings did have a shot on goal. It was deflected wide, though, weren't it? Sayers has to go and go quickly, says Tim. It's not going to come good. And Tim's normally patient.
I take my hat off to Tangang. He's committed today. He's 100% committed.
This is insanity. It's every man for himself out there now. Says Cooler King. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. George says it's making him age 40 years watching this.
It were bad in League One, weren't it? I mean, we saw some.
Are you embarrassed? You should be. Yeah, of course we're embarrassed about our teams playing. Of course we are. It is embarrassing.
It's everything that Sheffield United's not, though, isn't it? We pride ourselves on commitment and effort and 110% every game. We're not getting that.
Dave Morwood, what a man. Thank you, pal. Clueless, helpless, One, right back. Adios Sayers, out tonight. Thank you so much for your super chat, pal. I appreciate it. 4 wins on the bounce for Boro. 4 defeats in a row for Sheffield United. After admit automatics is gone. Mate, the promotion is not on for us this year if we carry on down this road. Not a chance. Not a chance.
If we carry on down this road, Jimmy, we've not won a game yet. We're bottom at league. I'm not saying that.
That's what I'm saying.
But you've got to start looking at it.
Promotion is way out of the question. Way out of the question. Scott says Tanganga is class. Yes, he is. Give Tanganga the keys to the city, says Jake. He's done everything to keep it this close. Laura says he's the bright spark in this performance. Hope you guys turn it around, marching on together. Thank you, Laura. Nige says they've got to sack him, Jord. They did it with Wilder, even though he didn't deserve it. But I understood we needed a change. Tanganga's fantastic. He's been class.
We don't know what these owners are going to do, though, do we? Because it's we've only seen him sack Wilder when we've had a successful season, even though it finished that it weren't. But you know what I mean? It would finish third. Any other season we'd have gone up. We don't know what they're going to think. Well, we brought this man in. We're going to have to keep him. We don't know, do we?
We've just bought a Rolls Royce of a defender, and Doink the Clown is the driver. Lee says, I'm not unhappy about the Chong signing, but you can see he's not played much football recently. You said the same, didn't you, Jod?
Yeah,
nice, Chong.
You could tell they were definitely a bit rusty, but One into Gus.
5 passes his
Tom Cannon into Danny Ings. Sam McCallum has a shot. It's a good defensive tackle.
Block.
Sidney Peck has a shot from range, and he's just scored 3 points for Wigan. It says 1 minute added on our timer, but there's 7 minutes added on for those that haven't got the game on Sky.
I think it'll be Hamer, Cooper and Burrows ringing their agents after this. I'm a blade, get me out of here. Tanganga's been huge today. Looks a great signing. Shame he gets nothing for it.
Oh, look at that. Sorry, we talked about match bingo. Lemmy's won 2 lines.
Yeah.
And then he's just topped it with full house as well.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. Wish it were me.
I wish it were me now. You know, I'm going out for a pint later.
Hey, mate.
And I'm going to have a nice steady one, just some food. And we're going with Mrs. Motson's dad. We're going to see a Meatloaf tribute act, right?
Oh, nice.
I've got a feeling.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
You what, sorry?
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah. But I have a feeling I'll have more than just a couple tonight after watching this. That's what it drives you to.
It's a bit defeatist and lacking ambition, but do we just accept who we are as a club and that we don't have it in us to become a regular Prem side? See, that is a bit defeatist, that, Matthew, but it seems ingrained to be in us to be a champ side. I agree, that is the mould that we are casting, and we have to break that mould if we want to succeed. That is where we default to, I always feel, as a club. My dad's always said it to me.
Yeah.
We are a championship club.
To be honest, let's be right, it is our level.
It is.
There's no sugarcoating that. It is our level. We've not.
But it don't mean we have to accept it.
An established Premiership team. Into box. Good defending again. I think it was Tanganga who got the blocking again.
But by the same token, George, you can't convince me, and this is no offence to any of these clubs, but you can't convince me that Bournemouth are a by rights Premier League club, are they? Or, Brentford.
Yeah, but they've done it right and they've established.
They have. They deserve to be there.
If they come down now, everyone's looking at them as still as a Premier League team.
They absolutely deserve to be there. And there's no qualms about how they got there or anything like that. But in terms of club stature and history, like Matthew's talking about.
Yeah, I agree.
Tom says we've lost this in the midfield. Players not good enough. Heyman nowhere to be seen all match. We need some quality in the middle and someone who can control the tempo. No connection.
Oh, and he's gonna. I knew we were gonna lose it.
Oh, no, loses possession.
Ball played up. Tanganga wins the header. Sidney Peck's got it. We've pushed.
Of course he does.
These are sat every man back now, so it is naturally United that is on the ball, but we're not creating anything.
Promotion. First get a point on the board. Absolutely right.
100%. Well done, Ryan O'Neill. Takes it past, plays it to back stick. Oh, Sam McCallum, you useless son of a beard. Oh, my God.
That was the chance.
To miss.
That was the chance. That was the chance.
It's a
Get
great goal
Dyson,
in
he
by
knows the
Oni.
league and the players.
Oh, that's harder to miss. You only have to get it on target and it's in.
Season's a write-off, says Scott. Tanganga's having a great game, says Nicola. Absolutely right, he is. Players have given up, says Mogger. LFC fan Connor says, get Jose or Southgate. I don't know. I don't know if you're joking or you don't know the levels, Connor, but there is absolutely zero chance. Love you, Jim Bob, but what is happening to the Blades, says Steve? No idea, pal. Jimmy Civil says, Matthew, it's how you keep building a club that counts Premier League ups and downs, but maintain high-end Championship and improve the club's facilities as a whole. Adrian says, I hope you start getting points soon. I think sacking Wilder was a big mistake. Marching on together. Agree, pal. Agree.
Here comes their player that Wilder wanted, I don't know, for Middlesbrough, Daryl Linehan.
What the hell, says Tony, Burnley fan. I fear. Truly awful. Up the Clarets. Tanganga covered for Bindon loads today. Yeah, he has, Jamie, to be fair. I want to give Bindon more of a chance, but he's been not awful. But he's Tanganga has got him out of jail so many times today. Tanganga shaking his head to say, what have I done here?
There's only one. Is there one player there? I don't know. Yeah, one player in that team on the average ratings that's in the green, and it's Tanganga, and rightly so.
Psycho says, this team on paper is up there with the top. This clown playing one formation over and over and over. Samari should have started. Disgusting.
I'm intrigued to see what he says after, because is he going to come out and say, I thought we controlled this second half and blah, blah, blah. It says it all. He's not going to slag players off, is he, at the end of the day? Because no manager is going to do that.
Cooper coming up for this throw. Our mate Mark Meldrew says absolutely abysmal yet again. Oh, we're at a corner. Burrows crosses it in. Oh, it's punched clear. Well done. Hamer on the edge. Does a little spin and it gives the ball away. There's a minute left to play. Burrows cannot play it back to Cooper. Oh my God. And just has to knock it out of play further up the field.
No player wanted to get back though. I didn't see any player rushing to get back then, and there were three of their players pushing forward to try and get her. Take that.
It's not that bad, is it?
I mean, take that comment off. That's ridiculous.
It's not that bad, is it? This isn't the Sheffield United of last season. I've been watching the Blades for 18 months now, and this is the worst I've seen them, says Cooler King. Callum says 1 minute left of Sayers. Is that true?
I can't see it. I really can't see it.
As Claude from AFTV says, it's time to go. Matt says, this is the final straw for me. It's not the fact that we've lost again. It's how we've lost. Sayers has got to go. You know I'm a Leeds fan, says Renegade, but I feel the pain. I hope something changes because I want you within range. Please don't drop.
It's got to go forward. It's got to go in box. And it goes straight to their keeper. Game over.
That's it. Full time. Sheffield United lose again. And we are live with 90 after 90 in just a few minutes. So go and join us over there. Thank you to everyone for joining us on the stream. Jord, I'll get the link posted in for all the Platinum Ramblers into the Platinum Ramblers chat. And we will catch up with you soon. Any last words, Jord, on that shambles?
Sellers out.
Oh.